We are only 6 weeks away from the 13th Perth Corporate Rumble, and today I'm joined by Matt Waideman. He is a runner, triathlete, welder and part-time punter, and will make his boxing debut at the now sold-out Perth Crown Towers event on April 5. Special thanks to Wade's Welding and Fabrication, major sponsor of today's guest, as well as Gobsmack, Sports Mouthguards, MVP Real Estate, FMR Building and Construction, Studio 22 and Counterbalance Fitness, all major sponsors of the Perth Corporate Rumble.
I saw one that got put on Facebook asking who it was.
That was me. I didn't know because I'm still trying.
That was a terrible photo. That looked like what's my face doing there? I look sad. I just paid all this money and signed up to something. I look like I don't want to be there.
So this will be your cutout.
That won't be anything, though.
Okay, I'm just saying. If worst comes to worst, we can. Oh no, I don't want to even say that in case I can't. But we did.
Colour it. Yeah,
we did last year have to colour someone. That's a job I don't want. There's this one.
No.
Okay. This one.
I don't really, to be honest, I don't really.
This one here. Geez, those shorts are shiny.
They are shiny, aren't they?
They are very shiny.
Did well tuck my shirt in.
I know. Nice. Don't worry, you didn't tuck it in on the blue either. So that's it. There's a side one. We're going to do some promo posters with that. So whichever team you're on, I just flip it. This is your profile photo. You're not smiling too much. You're really not. I must admit.
Trying to be serious.
Trying to look hard.
Trying to look serious and sad, apparently.
And these are your blue ones. Oh, Jesus. What's going on with my computer? So that. There's your side.
There you go.
Jeez, you're not impressed with any of these, are you?
God, they're not as bad as I'd... That was half a smile.
There we go. Look at Jack there as well. Anyway, we'll make it work, whatever it is. But you've got your sponsors.
I only have to walk past it, don't I? Walk past and then don't have to see it again.
No. Someone will take it and it'll just... These
Heard about the flag situation.
Oh yeah, that was a few years ago. Used to get loose back then. It's very professional across the board now. When I first started, it was not. Like, it was in the sense of Nigel and Glenn was still, and Craig and Chris, still very professional. But the crowd used to get loose. Some of the stories that I'm not going to say it on here, I can tell you afterwards. It's funny because they're trying so hard to get this professional boxing event, and they do an excellent job, those guys. But it's just the crowd. 99% of the crowd are good, but there's that 1%. There's that 1% that just get too loose. That just go
as soon as it gets started. So as soon as someone gets started,
I don't need encouragement. Effect. No, lucky Glenn's busy. Imagine him; he gets distracted very easy. But the crowd are good. And when I say they're not doing any damage. They're not breaking anything. They're just up to hijinks. You know what hijinks? Just shenanigans.
Just have fun.
Yeah, just shenanigans. And a 7.5 hour drink package, it does encourage a bit of that activity. Why not? Get into it. You looking forward to it?
I am.
Have you been to one before?
I haven't, no.
Have you heard about them?
I have, yeah. I played footy with a bloke.
Brad McElroy.
Brad McElroy, yes, I played with him as well.
I saw Kingsley. I saw Kingsley Football Club in there. On here. Well, I do, sir. I do like a fair bit of... You gave me nothing, just like really everyone.
I'm not a big...
Let's have a look here. What have I got? I've got an old photo. It's an old one. There you are, right there. That is an old photo. When's that? 2010. Jesus. How old are you?
That's probably the last season of footy or half a season of footy I played.
How old are you?
35.
35. Still got that full crop of hair. That's luscious. That's great. I'm so jealous.
That won't be going anywhere.
I'm so jealous. So is Glenn. Kingsley Football Club. Brad McElroy. Do you know him?
I do.
He fought at PCR 6, fought a guy by the name of Timmy Lights Out D'Souza. Both of them fantastic. They were mates, and they fought. Timmy Lights Out D'Souza still holds the record, I believe, for the most amount of alcohol drunk during a training campaign. He powered through. If you want to look at bad cardio, those two in round 3. The fights are up on YouTube as well, so feel free to.
I've looked at a lot of the fights, but yeah, haven't seen that one.
Brad McElroy. I'll have a quick look. I don't want to get too caught up in the yesteryears. Where are we? Brad McElroy. I think it is. I'll go Timmy D'Souza. That might be easier to find. There it is there. Brad the Mac Daddy. Brad McElroy versus, don't want to turn up too loud here, Timmy Lights Out D'Souza. I'm going to go forward just to round 3 to show you some of the cardio at its best. This is round 3. Exhausted, both of them. Look at Timmy. Timmy D'Souza, though, I got a lot of I go along really well with these two guys.
Yeah.
But Timmy D'Souza is front and center at each event ever since this was PCR
what year was
6.
This? Oh wow.
PCR 6. So I only put up a year ago. So this was probably maybe 4 years. This was pre-COVID. So this would have been 2018, I think, maybe 2019.
Yep.
2019 it was. That's right. And so it's obviously that we missed that 7. The following one we missed through COVID. But yeah, it's different the way it's done now. And Timmy D'Souza is there every time, and it's funny. They say drink package starts at 6 o'clock. Timmy D'Souza's there at 5:45, just preparing himself.
Perfect.
But yeah, Brad McElroy, Kingsley Football Club. So
the other one was Corey Pace.
Corey
I saw
Pace.
on that. This is where I heard about this. Was on his played footy with him at XIII, and he saw it on his Instagram, and I thought, all right, that looks.
You can spin that mic a bit
Spin it?
closer. Yeah, look at that.
Spitting it?
You can't, Brad. Don't spit in it. It has been clean, so is the headphones.
Perfect.
Jeez, the makeup some of these ladies are leaving on those headphones. Jesus.
Hopefully none of my spray tan comes off on them. Corey Pace, he played footy with him at XIII, and saw it on his Instagram, and I thought that looks like fun.
Was he a punter? Was he in the crowd?
He was a fighter.
It must have been
he
the early
did it
days.
twice. He's done it twice, and then anyway, it was late last year, and I thought, I wonder if they're still doing that. And jumped on Google, and applications were open, so I thought, signed up or put my application in. Then told the missus. And she goes, what have you signed up for? I said, I haven't signed up for anything. I've just applied.
Just
we'll
your
just
name
see what
forward.
happens. And then I think it was like a week later, I got a message going, you're in.
So what was his name? I'm looking here.
Corey Pace. Pace.
Corey Pace.
Short guy.
Are you sure
But
it was a
he's a
PCR he did?
Nugget, yeah.
Corey, but how bad? I'm sorry about this, Corey. I have been, because I'm doing all the results at the moment. Our Wikipedia page got taken down. Thanks.
In saying that, I haven't spoken to him since footy.
Okay, I'm going to find here Corey. He must have been in the first one. He must have been, because it's not here. I'm doing all the results here. Our Wikipedia page got taken down. I've already said that.
Yeah, okay.
But we don't have any results from the first. No one's got any footage or results from the actual first PCR. It was called Pro 9 back then.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, if anyone's got any info about who actually fought and who won,
Well, you don't even know the fighters.
I know Chris Chiari fought in it. He won. Good on you, Chris.
Fought himself. Just shadow boxing. I'll do all right now.
Just no shirt on. Yeah. But that's
too near us.
I'm staying out of that one. So, geez, we are off topic early. So, your mate's gone there. That was an old photo. That's back at the convention centre. It's at the Crown now. Oh, you should see it. It is a glorious event.
I'm excited.
It is, and the footage does it. I mean, we may be live streaming it. We did have some issues with the live stream last time. Thanks everyone for emailing me and calling me repeatedly about that. That has been sorted. So
I've only got 2 tables, so if it's live stream, that'll be perfect.
Well, I'm not too sure what they're
If
going to
anyone's got any extra tables, just shout out.
You need more tables.
I could do with a couple more. Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
I think everyone's in the same boat.
How
So quick. I didn't realise they were up for. Yeah, I put a question out to a few mates and then got hit back straight away going, yep. So locked in 2 tables and then 2 days later said, yep, sold out. So
I don't know what happened.
No.
This is usually previously.
Do we book a smaller room this year or something?
We didn't. I think. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to say this, but I think we may have overbooked as well. I think I know.
Is that why Pim's not getting back to me?
We have got a problem that we're dealing with. We'll get it sorted, but I don't understand how. I don't know. You know what it is? It's Glenn Austin. I can't stand giving this man a compliment, but I will. $6 million man. He can just
hype train.
He's a hype train, and people just want to be around it, and he just sells anything. He's like he only sells. I'm not saying he's a salesman.
Anything.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying. Oh no, that's someone else on the night. But this isn't saying he's a salesman, but he just has the ability to just. I can't. I don't know. It's a gift he has that he can just go. All right, I need sponsors. Bang, sponsors are there. I need to sell tables. All sold.
Not about gift.
If only he could harness it, but it's normally about week 7. You know, we got like 6 tables left, and there's a bit of a push to get it over the line. Like sells out each year.
Yeah,
something happened this year, and I put on the website tickets on sale March 2025, as everyone's already told me, and then I had to say it sold out, and some people weren't happy, and they messaged me and said, "Brad, no, and here we go," and it's sold out. There's nothing more we can do. What can you do? We can't move bigger. We could go to the grand ballroom instead of the ballroom. Imagine that.
Too late for that. 6 weeks out.
Yeah, yeah. With this group, I don't know what the option are. I'm sure Crown are really good. Crown will sort out whatever we've got, but it's gonna be
packed.
Well, it is, but it's just got a very different feeling. Like we're pumped early. Like really early. So this
as long as the hype keeps going, it doesn't sort of fizzle out in the next.
No, it won't. If anything, there's less stress around people now. So there's not that forced. I got to do this. I got to get this done. It seems like everything is just so far ahead of time. I think it's going to actually be a better lead in.
Well, I think you said in was it Tim? Not Tim.
Cam.
Cam said that.
Did you hear?
They started in November. Started prepping this in November.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, did you hear the audio in Cam's?
I did, yeah.
I went to transfer it, and it says SD card corrupt, and that thing nearly went out the door. I was furious. I felt so bad. Sorry, Cam. Yeah, well, the prep does happen early, and we changed from once a year. We used to do 2 a year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it used to be an April, and then normally like an October, and because it isn't just for the boxers and everything, it's 8-9 weeks, but for us it's not. It's about say 4 months.
Yeah,
and then we got a month afterwards. Just like my role definitely drops off after that, but I know they've got like all the get-togethers with the sponsors and with Sabre Rose Button, and so it continues on. And 1 year, I think I mentioned the other day, 1 year COVID. I remember that. COVID put the brakes on the April one, so we had it in September, and then we had the November one.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
That was rough because we finished on Saturday, and then on Monday we started. We finished on Saturday, where we do, and then I think it was Friday was orientation for the next one.
Straight into it.
Yeah, it was too much. We were just exhausted. So
yeah, you need that break. I think you obviously get a bit more hype around just having the one per year as well.
We had a lot of applicants. I think I've said it. I wasn't going to say it, but I think we're at 216
this year.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, yeah.
There's a lot of applicants. Yeah, and everyone's keen. And it's good because everyone's financial. There's a lot of things you got to put in place prior. I'm not saying this is how people get picked, but if you put the effort in and you've got your sponsors and the financials locked away, you're not picked, but you automatically up a lot higher than people.
Makes
so there's
sense.
some there's some prep.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't.
Not when you got that many applicants to choose from. You don't need to be worrying about the hard stuff.
No, and you guys can obviously sell tables. Jesus, I've never seen anything like this. This is the tables that the fighters sold. It was madness. Someone got 10.
Yeah, I heard 5 was the. Someone had 5, and I thought, I texted Pim. I said, I'll grab 2, and then I'll probably grab a third, but just lock in 2 for now. Then, I think it was 3 days later that they were sold out.
Gone.
So I left it a bit late, but
I'm not going to break the news of who it was. I'll tell you
afterwards. They put the 20th of March on
Someone said 10. Someone got 10 tables. I went, geez, we're in for it now. Your sponsor. Let's talk about your sponsor.
Yes.
Your sponsor. I've got it in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. There it is. This is your sponsor, Wade's Welding and Fabrication. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Thank God. Do you know, you guys stack pallets out the front here, don't you?
We do.
Is that you?
That looks neat and tidy. I think that was probably the photo the first couple of months that
When you moved in.
Set up, yeah.
Do you know how I know? I've taken some of those pallets.
I bet you
I have.
I've got you on
camera.
mate.
Yeah. I'll just get in that front door, just take some welding
I actually got a
equipment.
photo of you. I took a picture of...
Of me? What am I doing? Jesus.
where is it?
Oh, jeez. Is this is not sounding good for me. That's not me.
Doesn't quite look like your cat, but...
Is that a cat or a dog?
It's a dog.
We're just looking at Google Maps here. There's
Google
always...
Maps just to... It's easier than to trying to... When you know what the house looks like rather than looking for straight numbers. That's what I do when I'm punching in an address.
Did you see I put a Google Maps link in that
clown
thing as
having
well?
a pose to the Google Maps camera.
I know.
Car as it's driving past. So
Straight out the front of our house.
I'll save that to your mobile number now.
Oh, great. That's not me, by the way. You think I'd do something like that? You're delusional.
Not sure.
Okay, so let's have a look. This is where you work. It's Campbell Street, isn't it?
Belmont, yeah.
Campbell Street, Belmont. The reason, let me just say, I work about 500 metres from you.
There you go.
I do. How weird's that? Where are we? Campbell Street. There we go. So you're there, and I work there. No, I work. Where the hell do I work? I work there.
Okay.
Yeah. So we keep that
You're
all.
fiery.
Yeah. Oh,
I
jeez.
know that.
Well,
That
I
didn't
don't-
get brought up
Yeah, I know,
before, did it?
because I keep it under wraps. Because I don't tell anyone. I just like to keep a low profile in case I say something that isn't on brand.
You drive past us all the time.
All the time. I'm going to
All the
put...
time.
I was going to say, you're not there at night. If it's there at night, we just put the sirens on really loud. Just piss off the neighbours. No, we don't do that. So how long... So this is yours... Because your partner in this is Andrew Fuster?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So how did you get the name and it's not Fuster's Welding and Fabrication? Tell me that.
So I was working at another company, left there, went up north for a year, and that's when I started Wade's Welding and Fabrication. The plan was to do welding and fabrication up there.
When you say up north, are you talking about
Crather.
What?
No. So I
Okay.
moved up to Crather. My sister was living up there at the time. So moved up there with her, rented a room out, and the plan was to start Wade's Welding and Fabrication. And her boyfriend at the time, now husband, is a chippy. And so he said, like, when you first move up here, we got heaps of work. You can start with us. Find your feet until you get a few contacts. So I started doing that, and that's all I did up there for about a year and a half, which was fun. It was good. It was something different and sort of, quite interesting, just building houses. So
you were chippies
I was
offside,
subbing up there to them. And then, when I moved back down, I just kept the name and set up a factory. So I didn't have a factory or anything up there. So I was doing no welding or fabrication, just sort of chippy work. And then moved back down, got the premises and, started actually welding and fabricating. So
It's a good little spot as well. It is good. What suburb do you live in? You live in Vic Park area?
I'm in East Vic Park, yeah.
The only reason I know is because I've been stalking you on Strava as well. I know.
Do a few activities around East Vic Park.
So are you... I'm guessing you're pretty busy at the moment.
Yeah, flat out. Yeah. So we're based in the lift industry, so everything we do is for the lift companies.
Okay.
So lift specific.
Yeah.
Install the lifts, do any guarding they need, do the full fit outs of the interiors. So your stainless steels, laminates, Rimexes, timber veneers, lights, buttons, floors, ceilings.
Do it all.
Do the whole lot.
Do it
anything
all.
to do with lifts, apart from electrical, we do the whole lot.
Okay. Do you do plastic welding?
We don't do plastic welding, but we've got contacts.
Can you do plastic welding?
It can be done.
No, can you do it?
Can I do it?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
sure
right.
I could if someone gave me the
Just do it.
the equipment and knowledge.
The reason I ask is because you've got 4 kids. Is that correct?
Including my dog, yeah.
So, is that including your
3.
dog? Well, didn't you say you got 4 kids? I saw on your Instagram you said 4 kids or something.
3 kids.
Jesus, yeah.
Three girls, and then a Max.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and Max. Sorry, I didn't
That's
realise.
a dog face.
Okay, I
you know how
didn't-
people do that? They do the Girl. I'm not sure what that third. What Zoe's? So
you got three girls.
I should probably put some pigtails on her as well because she's got long hair now.
I suppose I got two boys, but I suppose girls aren't too bad. The only reason I ask about the plastic welding is because I actually learned how to do it. Not well, but I do it. I get by. Okay. The amount of toys that are snapped and broken by kids. Do your girls just destroy stuff, or are they like girly girls? I hope that's not offensive. I mean, saying girly girls, you know what I mean.
They're girly girls. The youngest is Zoe's pretty brutal.
Yeah. Break a toy or two? Have you had to plastic weld back a
Sometimes
frozen
toys
castle?
accidentally get broken and have to go in the bin.
That's risky.
We do have a lot of toys, so sometimes things break and have to go in the bin. But yeah, apart from that, I don't think they've broken any.
How the girls go when you put stuff in the bin?
To be honest, there's that much shit in the house, they don't really know if something's missing. They might bring it up a couple of months later, go, where's this gone? Where's that gone? I go, I'm not sure.
That's something they should, you know how mothers go to, new mothers got mothers group and stuff? They should have like a dad's group where we just learn to do stuff like fix toys. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Men's shed, isn't it? Isn't that what it is?
I think that's for the older boys. I think they do a lot of chippy work,
woodwork.
Yeah. But that, I don't know. Anyway, any new parents, just learn how to plastic weld. I've got these like little metal things that you melt in.
But isn't that a good excuse to get rid of toys if they're broken? Yeah, unless it's it's obviously well used if it's breaking.
Yeah, but then, I don't know, maybe my boys are just strange, but they seem to be like, no, this is the toy, you got to fix this. And it's like broken in 20 pieces, sun damaged. You know when you pick it up and blue goes on your hand, that kind of stuff? Yeah, no, Dad, I want this fixed. Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah.
Put it on the top shelf somewhere and just leave it for as long as you can until it gets brought up again.
I had to glue back together a Lego minifigure once. You know how small those things are?
People do that as a hobby, don't they?
Yeah, it's a hobby. I enjoy it.
Is your hobby? The Lego figurine was for you, was it?
Oh, Lego. Jeez, I went to Legoland a couple of years ago. That thing. Anyway, what are we talking about Legoland?
Well off track.
I've been going through some of your socials. You're big on the fitness, aren't you? Massive activities. On the fitness. Tell me this. I was having a look at this. This is the Bustleton Ironman here. Have you done the Bustleton Ironman? Is it called the Bustleton Ironman? Because there's a triathlon, the Fun Man. That sounds more me.
There's two. So the Bustleton 70.3 Ironman is a half of a full Ironman.
Yep.
And there's the Ironman, which is a full Ironman.
How far is that?
The full?
Yeah.
Full is a 3.8k swim, 180k ride, and a 42.2k run. So marathon to finish.
Have you ever done one of those?
I've done two of those.
Two?
I've signed up for the December one this year as well.
Really? How does the fitness? Because you're obviously pretty fit, kind of like me. How does it go? Transferring that into boxing, because I know boxing is a very specific type of fitness.
It definitely is. I think a certain amount of it transfers through. But yeah, I think boxing's one of those things. It doesn't matter how fit or unfit you are. It doesn't take much to blow yourself up pretty quick.
Oh yeah,
which I'm enjoying. So,
well, it's only 6 minutes. That's a long 6 minutes. And 3 round, you saw from Brad McElroy against Timmy D'Souza how hard that third round yesterday. I think that's and you're not. I suppose in any other sport, you're not getting hit back.
No.
Yeah.
Or thinking about getting hit back.
No. How have you gone with the sparring? I do like the fact that they spar you. They get you sparring. Very light sparring as well. People are not in there just throwing hands. Very light sparring from the start.
Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Is it the first time you've done anything like that?
I did a little bit of sparring when I was maybe 17. No, not really sparring, more just pad work.
Yeah.
When I was maybe 16, 17. Oh, no, it must have been 17, 18, just in pre-seasons for footy. But nothing since then. So, yeah, it's all sort of brand new again.
There is a difference, though, between on the pads and against a person.
Definitely.
Because you've seen people who, like, the only reason I bring this up is I used to watch The Ultimate Fighter. Remember that thing?
Yeah,
UFC? And you see guys, and on the bags, they are absolutely incredible. They dominate and they get in the ring and they are not good at all.
Yeah.
So it's so different. I don't know how there's no way to replicate.
There's no, unless you're actually doing it. And that's, like you said, I think that's so good that we're getting into and doing just light sparring and like the body sparring and sort of up close early on. I mean, that's huge for what we all need.
The key, I think, is composure. Like being able to get hit and stay composed. Whereas if you get a big hit, the first thing you're going to do is drop to the ground. Or your body just wants to say, yeah, that's enough. Have you copped any decent shots?
No, nothing.
Who have you been sparring? That's probably...
Actually, everyone.
Joshy Pryor? That guy's a savage.
You need to put some...
some photos. All right, I'll get Joshy
me.
Pryor up here. No dramas, what? Joshy Pryor's coming back. He won a couple of years ago against Jody Cahill, which stunned me because Jody Cahill is an absolute gun. Where are we?
Are these the two fighting?
Yeah, against Mason Zewin.
You said there's two fighting each other. There's two that have come back and are fighting each other?
Yeah. Josh Pryor and Mason Zewin. Mason Zewin, I don't think, has been at training yet. So that's Mace. I don't think... I'll make this bigger. I don't think Mace has been at training. I think he got back yesterday.
Yep.
And Joshy Pryor... He's a quality man, Josh Pryor. I've got a lot of time for this man. That's Josh Pryor.
Yes, I did some sparring. He's got some power.
Oh, he is deceptive, that man. Nah, he's good. He's good. I've got a bet on... You know Mongy, who's down there? Alex Mongy? He's down there helping out a little bit. We got a bet on... I'm Team Mason. He's Team Josh Pryor. And I've been talking a lot of trash about Josh Pryor as well, but he's an incredible fighter. So we got a bet on. I think I got to eat. I've never eaten KFC.
Hey?
Never. Nah.
Never?
No, never. I don't think Mongy's ever eaten a salad. So if Mason wins, I got to watch Mongy eat a salad. And if Josh Pryor wins, please don't win, Josh. I have to eat it.
I hope he wins. I have to get a large zinger stack of meal, 5 original tenders. You can't go wrong. This is heaven in a bag.
Really? I think it was due to... I saw one of my mates, Steve, used to come home from work. This is in my younger days. I used to come home from work and he always used to get a big, box of whatever, of popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
I think it's called popcorn chicken. And one day he picked it up and squeezed it. Right? And just... Yeah, I know.
You don't need to do that.
And that just put me off.
Just eat it without asking questions.
Vegetarians can eat it. Contains zero chicken. Major sponsor KFC. So major sponsor Gobsmacked. I've got the t-shirt on, and I don't have a hat. I got a beanie on today. That's why I got the
Saba hat on though.
Yeah,
Team Saba.
It's Team Saba. And that's why I got a beanie.
I didn't get one of those hats the other day. I was a bit disappointed at the orientation day.
I think there's a couple of white ones flying around. It's not my colour.
I've seen a couple floating around. I thought I might just
get steal one.
Just a running hat.
Oh yeah, just grab it. Put your name on it.
More for a running hat.
A running hat.
Yeah.
Is this?
I don't wear it forward. I just chuck it on backwards. But it just, I don't know.
Yeah, just maybe. As well, I'm a big supporter of Saba Button Foundation, as you know, but I don't have a hat. That's why I got the aircon on. Are you all right? How's a temp in here? It's all right. It's getting a bit warm outside. Anyway, so these two guys are fighting, and I got to eat a zinger box. Oh my god, I don't think I'd be able to stomach it.
Well, whatever you don't eat, I'll sit next to you.
You do that. The food on the night though is exceptional.
You got to get a Pepsi Max just to healthily wash it down.
Don't you get the KFC hangover? Is that a thing?
KFC sweats. Yeah, I mean, you don't worry about that till after.
The sweats. It's just.
No, you don't get,
are you just sweating?
It's not that bad.
Straight
oil.
herbs?
Straight oil. No, it's good.
Oh, that'd be something. You must be able to eat whatever you want and still stay lean. With the amount of training you must do, what's your diet like?
Pretty sort of whatever.
Healthy?
Well, I have moments. I have moments of very healthy and then moments of whatever I see just goes in. Whatever tastes the best. But
does your diet affect your performance?
It does. Probably alcohol affects it more than anything.
Yeah. Do you enjoy a drink?
I enjoy a drink, yeah.
Have you had some time off?
Have I stopped during this?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I've cut out.
Geez, okay, Timmy D'Souza.
Now, the last probably 6 weeks I've stopped just trying to stick to like a Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
try to cut out anything during the week.
Do you go out? Still go out?
Yeah.
Still social?
Yeah, still social.
Home by 9:30?
I enjoy it less because it's now you sort of feel the effect more the next day.
Oh, yeah.
And I suppose obviously everyone now getting stuck into the boxing, the fitter you're getting, you sort of going, is it worth it?
It'd be hard to back up that Sunday session of training after a big Saturday. That must be tough.
Yeah, I think that was the second week. I had a few beers on the Saturday.
Were you there on Sunday?
Night.
I was there Sunday.
The first Saturday I wasn't. I had a 40th on the 40th Saturday night.
Yeah.
I had intentions till about 10 o'clock.
We all have intentions,
I don't
mate.
remember much after 10 o'clock, so I pulled the pin on boxing on the Sunday.
Your body must. I mean, your body must have to make some massive adjustments to have the training sessions like they have on a Saturday, and then go home, eat, rest, and then back it up on a Sunday as well.
Yeah, the fatigue kicks in quicker.
Yeah,
which is good because it's almost like you're getting a longer session.
Yeah.
But
the commitment that is needed nowadays, because the fights are taken a lot more serious nowadays than they were in the early days. Not saying there weren't any good fighters in the early days, but I believe that anyone on probably the last two cards could have beat anyone in all the previous. The standard has gone through the roof. It's no longer.
Is that got just matchups as well? Do you reckon
they've always done
tighter still? Yeah, okay.
They've always done that. I don't know how they do it because they pick people, and the same thing will happen in less than 2 weeks when they match up. People will come to me and they're going, "Oh, they're stitching me up, Brad. They're stitching me up. They're feeding me to this guy," and I'll say, "No, they're not," and they'll say, "Yep, they're stitching me up," and that person will go out and win, and it happens so often. Everyone has that doubt that their partner. I mean, I could get in there, and you could put me against April Ferreira. This is probably shouldn't have a go at April. No, but you'd think, okay, I'm confident going in there against April, but I still have that bit in the back of my mind thinking, oh, she has a good body shot. She could put me down.
Yeah.
So
all it takes that one lucky one, doesn't it? I guess.
But every fight is even. It truly is, and they don't give anyone. I've said it before, if they were going to give anyone an easy run, it would have been someone associated with major sponsors and all that. And you had Jade, who had a tough fight, and you had Trent Peterson, who had a very tough fight as well. So there's no fight. They both want to win. Nige and Glenn are that competitive.
I think that's what Cam said. He's like, even if one of them wanted to, they'd be going, nah, that's an unfair fight for us, for Team Red or Team Blue. So that's the exciting thing, I think, is you're going to hopefully have, 15 fights? That could go either way.
Neither of those guys want to drop a fight.
No.
I think the biggest ever is...
I wonder, how do they start off? Do they do the matchups and then go pick it out of a hat and go, I get first pick, I want to pick, like, these are the two fighting, I want to pick that one?
How do they do it? There's definitely personalities that suit teams better.
Yeah, okay.
They're both, the four of them, Glenn, Chris, Nigel and Craig, they're all very, very smart, like boxing smart. They do, and I don't think it's recognised how many things that they see that like I never picked up. I go, you're just pulling names out of hats, But that's not it. They address so many things, even down to the point of the order that it goes in. Like last year, I think there was a couple of heavyweights at number 3. You had Cam against a guy called Jordan. Now both these guys were 6'4", and they were heavyweights, 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
And I was thinking, why on earth would you put these guys at number 3? They're a massive draw. But I don't question it. And it just worked so well because you had the female fights, and then the hype was there, and then the big boys came out, and it set up for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Like even the structure of the fights is brilliant how they do it. So good on them. But as for the fights, they're watching you all the time, and they've got the camera running the whole time, so they'll watch back and they'll watch little things, and then they will. I think they'll pick the team. They'll put you on a team that is going to suit you the best because they want you to get better.
Beautiful.
Like some people may want, like Nige, maybe. I'm not saying one is more technical but blue team seems to be wild, just madness, and red team is very calculated. And I'm not saying the blue team's not calculated. I'm not saying red team's not wild. But from the outside, that's how it looks.
Yeah.
And sometimes Jab City on the red team gets the win, and sometimes just the absolute madness. And Glenn Austin if you get a chance, watch Glenn Austin in the corner. It is the highlight of my night. How he survives 15 fights is beyond me. He must be exhausted. He gets the sweats. Also,
you've also got 15 different fighters that need different things each fight and each round, and to be able to calculate all of that to go, okay, this is this person, and get in the zone of who you're actually in the corner for. It's a lot of work.
Because he's doing 45 rounds.
Huge amount of work, yeah.
Chris holds it together better, but Chris does still lose his mind at times. And Craig, have you met Craig? He's the owner of Counterbalance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gets fired up about
he
5,
looks
4
like
or 5.
a machine.
I've known that man for 41 years, I think it is now, 41. And he is. He's always been like that. He's good. But have a look at how they dress. They come out in the 3-piece suits. They're looking thanks to the Suit Vault sponsor, Suit Vault.
Ferrari.
It's Suit Vault, it's not Ferrari. I don't know if that's the same thing.
I don't know. Yeah.
They come out in 3-piece suits, and as the night goes on, they start getting less and less. Yeah. Glenn's got a singlet on by the end. No, he doesn't.
Just a bow tie.
It's just a bow tie. Nothing else. Just people stuffing money in his jocks. What are we even talking about here? Strava. Let's get back to this fitness that I'm secretly jealous of, and I'm not saying anything. Hey, with Strava, I got a question. With Strava,
yes.
Got a lot of your mapping. I got a Strava account, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at my profile. 0. There we go. Shenton Park. Why's it got me in Shenton Park? I don't know what that meant. Okay, let's go back.
Clicking on the right you?
Yeah, that's me. I think I'm logged in. Anyway, tell me this about Strava, only because I'm trying to get my head around it. Aren't they? Is it safe to post this kind of stuff? And I'm not saying for you, maybe for young females who are into fitness. Doesn't this say where you live? Doesn't it?
It does. There is a feature that you can blur, I think, is the start and finish of activities that you do. So if, say, you go for a run from your house and you head off, run around your local park and then come back, it'll give you a rough idea, obviously, where you live if you keep doing the same loops. But I think it does blur like the first 500 metres from your
house, from your
map.
Okay.
So when you first start your activity, the first 500 metres, so it won't link it straight back to your house.
So it is a bit safe.
Yeah, I think they've added that purely for, I don't know how long that's been there for, but...
Tell me, because I'm actually having a look at some of your stats. Does this automatically populate, or you got to enter this stuff in?
It's all just goes through, yeah. So
have you got a watch or something that goes in there?
Yeah, do all the activities on my watch, and then it links up with my phone and goes into that. And
that's fancy.
Other apps, yeah.
Tell me this. Did you find out in October there was a possibility of you fighting, or was that just coincidence? Because I've seen a massive incline here.
Do you want to know what that is?
Oh, can I guess? Is it you getting ready for summer festivals to get your gear off?
No, summer's already there by that time.
Okay.
The shirt's already off. Shirt's already off. Sun's on the lawn.
Sun's out, guns out.
No, that's a silly comp I started with some mates, which is a run club, I guess you'd call it. And you start off running 2Ks in week 1, week 2 you got to run 4Ks, week 3 6Ks, and you keep going. And it's the last man standing, so it's the last person that does their run for the week win. So that is me not doing any other training purely other than the runs that I needed to do for those. Yeah.
Tell me again, what do you have to run?
So this is the second year of it, but the first year was week 1 is 1K, week 2 is 2K. So whatever week you're up to, you've got to run that many Ks in a single run.
So not start-stop?
Not start-stop, no.
Yeah.
So one run for that week, and then the next week you have to add the next one to it. So I pulled out of this comp at week 21, I think it was.
So you're doing
week 20. So I did a 40K run. And and then I had a couple of niggles, so pulled out, knowing I've got a big year of events coming up. But yeah, the guys are still going. I think there's maybe 6 that are going. So this is week 26. They've got 52k run to do this week. I think there's 6. Start off with 57.
So you got to do...
Winner gets about $3,500, I think it is. Everyone buys in.
Really?
Piss up at the end of it. And
so this is like a personal thing. This isn't an official kind of thing.
Just a...
So that's 52Ks non-stop on the one day?
Yep.
How long does that take?
With the guys at the moment, it varies anywhere from probably 5:30 pace to 7.5 minute pace. So
I can't do that maths, mate.
Could be, well, I don't know, 52Ks. Could be 4 hours 45 to 6.5 hours, depending on how fast and
massive
you want
chunk
to cook yourself or how easy you want to take it. So,
jeez, that's commitment. It's amazing what competition does.
That's it.
It is amazing. One of my mates at work does it, and he's an excellent runner. And he was telling me about something like that, where he's always on the treadmill trying to get these hours up. And, it's not for me. I'm not a runner. Nah, I'm not built for... I don't know. I think I'm built for this. I think I'm built for sitting behind a desk and doing stupid Photoshop and stuff like I did for Harge yesterday with that. How's Harge? What a good man that guy is. So you mentioned you got a big year planned. Well, you have got the greatest event that Perth has ever seen. I think this has got to be number 1 on the annual Perth social calendar now.
Okay.
Is that a thing? Did I say that right?
Let's go with that. That sounds good.
It does, doesn't it?
You've hyped, of course, start calling you Glenn. You've hyped that up. But I think it's there. I think it's worth it. From what I've seen, it's it'd have to be up there.
I can't think of anything that can compete because it is, and the fact that it's good on the fact that it's black tie just changes the tone of it all. Everyone gets dressed up. The ladies love it. Yeah, class early.
Pushes a few of the bogans out, I guess. Or at least pretties them up.
Puts a bit of lipstick on the guys. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So you've got this. You've got the premier social event of 2025 and of every year, I believe, the Perth Corporate Rumble, major sponsor, Gobsmacks, and all the other sponsors, I can't remember. What have you got afterwards? Are you going to go straight into something else, or are you just going to throw down a few beers, a Zinger box, Pepsi Max?
I'll certainly do that. But now I think it's 2 weekends before the Rumble, I've got Herdies, which is because it's called a backyard ultra. If you're not a runner, this is going to be all new, but it's a backyard ultra.
I know Herdies.
I have no
idea what Herdies is.
Yeah, Herdsman
Lake, yeah.
So it's 6.71 Ks is a full lap.
6.71 Ks?
Yep.
So 6.71.
Yep.
So I think it meant 6.71 kilometres.
No, so 6.71.
Yeah.
6,710 metres.
Thanks.
At 4 p.m, there's about 300 runners which go off and do a lap. And you've got to come in before the hour finishes. And before the next hour starts, you've got to be standing on the start line and start your next lap. And you keep going until there's only one person left. So that's 2 weekends before Friday night.
6.7 Ks. So
on the hour, every hour. Until you can't do any more.
So this is my maths. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I need some sleep. So if you average 6.71 Ks per hour, which is a brisk walk, you can get around it,
Yep.
But that's the first one.
That's the first one.
I could probably do 2. And then I'd say no more.
No, you'd be surprised.
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't surprise anyone. I'm not a threat. No, my body's gone. No more. Okay, so how many laps are you expected to do before your body says it's time to lay down?
The winners do, I don't know, I think the world record's are 5 days or something.
Oh,
600 and something Ks. Yeah, mental. But last year,
5 days.
Yeah. So we're not going anywhere near that. Last year I did it. I think I got to 4 a.m. in the morning. I think it was 3 a.m. So 11 laps I did last year. So 78 Ks, 79 Ks ish. So hoping to better that by a fair bit more this year.
5 days someone's done. You must just not even be.
So they'll do do a quicker lap, so you can run obviously as fast as you want, but you can't start your next lap until the next hour starts. So there's a lot of tactics that come into it when it comes to that, but for me it's just sort of, trot around and sit down for 10 minutes and have a bite and a drink and then stand up again and go again. Just get someone there to boot me out the tent and off you go.
How would you... your legs, if you sit... it's hurting my legs.
That's where the tactics, because you don't want to sit down for too long, but you also, the time on your feet, you don't want to be on your feet the entire time. Like, you want to take advantage of having a bit of a rest, but how much is too much?
That sounds horrific.
It does when you say it like that, doesn't it? But it's fun. It's good fun.
Do people have teams? I'm actually into this now. I might come and watch.
Do it. Come down. There's a.
I will.
So they set up. Everyone sets up their marquees.
Matt Waideman cheer squad. I'll be there.
Do it.
I'll hide in the
kick me out the tent before that. 5 minutes before that hour's up. Just boot me out. Go out. You go. Do another one.
I think I'd specialise more in playing mind games with the opponents. I think that's where I'd shine. Have you got that? Can you have that? What's the opposite? Because you got a hype man. Who's the one? Who's like? Is he the spin doctor? The one that starts all the shit?
I don't know. He's just the one that ties up fishing line around between trees for the other competitors.
Not that far. Mental warfare.
You'd have to take out a fair few people if you're trying to get me to win. Don't worry about that.
Not physical. I specialise in playing mind games with people, I think. Okay, so people have teams. Like are there people?
A crew. Everyone's got a. Well, you don't have to. You can go there by yourself.
Yeah.
But most people you have your little marquee with your chair in it. So they'll sit there. You can have a masseuse. You can have massage guns. People have little gas burners and cook meals and bits and pieces for their runners when they come back in. So everything when you come in, it's almost like a pit stop. Like especially towards the end. And last year. I think I just sat down for too long, had too much time, got in my own head and went, looked around and it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and I had an esky in and 2 marquees to pack up and bags of clothes and food and I went, fuck.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself at this point. So we hadn't said anything, but the group that we had, nothing was mentioned to obviously stay. So the guys that I was running with, when they pulled out, I was there by myself, so it was coming back in. So I didn't have a crew. I didn't really understand too much how the event worked and operated and what you needed, but this year's going to be different. We've got a heap more runners and family and friends going to be
nice taking shifts
and
beautiful. I'll come down,
booting us out.
I'll be there.
March,
the ultimate hype man.
March 20th maybe.
Before the PCR. Yeah, I'm
2
back.
weeks before.
Oh, yeah. I got a wedding in March 1st, but I'll be back in time for that. So you got to pack that. Did it cross your mind? Just tell me, just between you and me. When it was over and you had to pack up the marquee, did it cross your mind to stick that in Herdsman Lake and say, that's no longer my problem?
It crossed my mind to leave it there and go home, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to wake up the next morning and want to come back and pack all this up. So,
is it a pop-up or was it like...
Yeah, it's just one of those gazebo, not hard, but...
Imagine if it was one of those ones, with all the poles that are numbered and all the numbers are rubbed off and this doesn't look right. No. Okay, that's fascinating. I didn't even know that thing those things happen.
So obviously as the event goes on and the elite runners just keep doing their thing day after day, there's the crowd sort of dissipates, but then starts coming back together to see them and keep helping them out. So people pop down with icy poles and bags of ice and stuff just to sort of help the event, and the organisers keep these guys going for as long as they can. So.
How does someone stay awake for 5 days?
Well, that's tactics. They might run a quicker lap and then come in so they can have 5 minutes worth of sleep, and then so some of them function off of 30 seconds. It's literally just laying down, closing your eyes, and then I don't know. I enjoy my sleep too much to. Let's say that's my excuse why I don't go for 5 days.
I was thinking maybe more down the line.
A few supplements.
Is there supplements? Is there supplements consumed?
Over-the-counter supplements that are consumed, I'm sure.
Yeah, who's counter?
I don't know the drug testing situation. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, over the kitchen counter. Yeah. That's where they're from. Is there any? Do you have like? It's not USADA. Who is our? Is it ASADA? Is that what they're called?
WASADA?
WASADA. They're the ones that do like the Olympics and stuff. Yeah. Is WASADA in attendance at these things?
I wouldn't think so.
I'm not assuming anything here. And is prize money for the winner?
Yeah, I think there's prize money, not a heap, but I think it's more so
Bragging rights.
sponsorship and bragging rights gets you into other bigger events if you do well and all that sort of stuff. So,
you had any sponsors through your stuff?
I haven't, no.
Are you interested in sponsors?
Oh, if someone wants to sponsor a battler, I'll take it.
Would you consider this like you are in like a competitive, like you know how when it goes from social to competitive, would you consider yourself in like a competitive, like would you go
not this not this this is social, competitive with myself, definitely. Definitely want to sort of smash what I did last year, but as far as the elite guys or being anywhere near any of them, that just, won't come close to that. So
different story. Do people come in from overseas to compete?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
My
Over
God.
east, overseas. All depends. Like, there's a heaps of these that they're getting more and more popular. Heaps of them around the world. So everyone sort of picks and chooses which events they want to do at what time to try and prime them for different events and all that sort of stuff.
What's the running community like as a whole? Are they good people? Are they supportive people?
I suppose you probably, from an outside, they probably look a bit floggish, but
no, not flog.
No. A lot of my stuff I do by myself. I'm not a big group runner. I sort of just, or any of my training really, I prefer to sort of
headphones
headphones in and go off at my own pace or my own intensity and tick off what I need to tick off without having to worry about anyone else. Or
can you chat and run at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a lot of this is when you, especially because you don't have to be going quick to cover your lap.
It's quick in my book.
So you sort of I don't think last year I put the headphones in until 7 laps in, I think it was. You sort of just run and chat to fellow people and have a bit of a laugh, and then eventually put the headphones in just to zone out. Okay. I think it's more mentally draining than physically when you're having to talk to people, and I just prefer to chuck them in and not think, just run.
Daydream. That's
it.
Stop thinking about your legs, how much your knees are hurting.
That's it.
The only reason I ask about the running community, it's a friend of mine started. I'm going to drop him in it. His name's Matt McGuire. Great runner, great man as well. Good on you. I'm going to his wedding in about 2 weeks. Cannot wait to make a dick of myself there. He started a podcast called the WA Running Podcast, the Warp or something like that. And he was good, and he's just a easygoing kind of guy. He's very different to me, like personality-wise. Some of the stuff that would just infuriate me gets me. But all I noticed was, this isn't from him, this is from me. So don't get on Matt's case about this. There were some very strong personalities and opinions in that field
that he interviews.
Oh, he didn't interview, but he mentioned people, because I said to him, I want to come on it. I said we used to do a UFC podcast here.
Yeah.
As you see, got the belt up the back there, the big inflatable.
I see that.
It's glorious. I know. Jealousy. Green doesn't suit you, mate. And we were just making fun of people the whole time. And at one point, it's funny, our podcast was number 2 in the West Australian UFC-based podcast. We were number 2. And now there's only 4 in there, and 2 actually stopped. So in a way, we were last. But it sounds better to say we were second.
Top 50%, yeah.
Anyway, so I wanted to get on WA Runners podcast. I said, how about we get a list, because he used to review the events, and I'll get on there, and I will basically be like a bookie. And I'll start making predictions and all that. And he was having none of it because of how sensitive some are. Not all.
Ooh, okay.
Some sensitive, some are.
They don't like some odds. Who doesn't like a punt?
I love a punt. I do 1,000,000 to 1 14-leg multi every weekend. Put $1 on it. Hasn't come off yet, but if it did, it's still
stuck at the first leg.
Some of them are good.
Some get close.
14. I pulled off a 12 out of 14 in $1 million multi. Ooh. Oh, it was juice. It was pure juice. But still, you might as well. If you had a 14-leg multi of juice for $1 million, would you prefer to lose 1 or all 14?
All 14.
Definitely.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, no.
That last one. No. If you're on a multi,
same as a quaddie. You don't want to lose one leg. I'd prefer to lose all four and it would be a complete flop than
I'd lose them by a point in the grand final. How are we talking about punting? I don't know where else.
Don't start on punting.
Do you like a punt?
I enjoy a punt, yeah.
Why do people go, all right, Lotto is 100 million this weekend, or I'm a chance, I'm going to go buy it? I think the Powerball odds are like 155 million to 1 or something.
Yeah.
I'm a chance. But then I put up this, for $1, you can have a punt. And
the same people go, oh, yeah, I don't gamble. Mate, you bought a Lotto ticket.
Exactly.
That's worse.
You're gambling in traffic every day. That's what I was going to ask you. This is back to the 1,000,000 to 1. All right. If you just say you had a multi, just say you took my advice and put on a multi of
juice. You're going to talk about cashing out?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh,
I get tense. I get a tight chest just thinking about it.
You see that number there.
Okay. You are 13 from 14. 13 from 14. You got one more.
What's the odds on that particular leg?
The last one, 2 to 1.
Okay.
And we're talking UFC here, where the bets they're close fights. We should do PCR betting.
We should.
Oh, imagine that! Imagine that. We could definitely. There's some people there.
We could make some money.
There's definitely some people I could pay to drop the fight to go down. Sonny Liston here. No, I'm joking. Okay, you are sitting on
last leg's 2 to 1.
Last leg's 2 to 1.
Outlay was what, $1?
$1.
$14 million.
Okay, don't forget, I've got to pick the winner, I've got to pick the round and the method, which is very hard to do, as I've never done it. Okay, you are sitting on 150,000. Because, say you're sitting on 200,000. Your last leg, I know that's not how the odds work, but I'm just making a point here.
Yeah.
200,000, you cash out. You've got a 2 to 1 evens in the final. What would you do? Would you roll the dice and go, give me that juice, give me that million? Or would you go, 250, thanks for coming, how am I going to hide this from my wife and kids? Not that I'd do that. That's exactly what I'd do.
It's tough. Do you take the 250 out and then go and put 100 on the original bet so you still got that chance? So you're almost cashing out for 100 but you're leaving 100 in? Or
maybe I didn't think of that.
You can always try and hedge. Sometimes it's not worth it.
You can't hedge. You got to make the call. 200 or 2 to 1.
I'd probably cash out if it was the chances. I know you ticked off 13 legs, but
2 to 1.
Chances
all you got to do is pick the winner.
Chances are your next bet is about to lose. Gamble responsibly.
Don't
gamble what you can't afford to lose.
Don't chase those losses. They can't run forever.
You'll catch them eventually. I mean,
just keep doubling down. It'll come off. Trust me. No, don't do that. Don't punt. I don't know. That was my biggest fear. To the point. This is what stressed me so much. Is because I don't watch the fights live. I have to wait till they're finished. I'll have a quick gander at Sportsbet, and
you have to see that green tick.
If my balance isn't $1 million, then I know I didn't win it, and then I can go back. If I watch it live and I saw a multi going up and up and up, because once it's over, it's over. You can't do anything about it. I don't know what I'd do. Could you imagine watching the last fight?
Do you go in early after 3 or 4 fights and go have a look at it and go, all right, I'm lost the second fight? Do you then roll the remainder back in and chuck another one on?
No.
So, yeah.
Have we just right? I think I do have a gambling problem, but which I do. I limit it at $1 a week. Okay. That's it. I'll never drop $10 on a bet. I know how bad that is, and I've been punting hard, every weekend.
I don't think you got a problem.
No, but I have to. It's weird. I have to punt. My first bet ever was Holly Holm when she knocked out Ronda Rousey, which I said she was, and I got some massive odds. I think I put $10 on it, and I'm still living off that money.
Perfect.
So I'm not down. I'm not up. Like I'm maybe up like $10.
It's called a job then. It's not called gambling.
Is it?
If you're up.
Oh. What do they say? It's like alcoholics. Yeah, I'm not an alcohol. Alcoholics go to meetings. I just enjoy alcohol. I don't know.
I don't need the meetings.
I think, don't forget, the UFC starts at about 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
So you got a full day of punting.
Punt hard. I got kids. Could you imagine? Well, you've got kids as well. Could you imagine if you've got a Sunday morning off?
I don't think I've ever bet on the UFC.
Just jump on.
NBA is good.
Really?
Good multi, yeah.
I can't get into the NBA. I've tried.
I don't know much about it, but good for a multi.
How are you a hobbyist, or do you like study the form? I think Cam had
look at previous form of the games, whether that's an AFL multi or racing or greyhounds or NBA, whatever. You have to look at the form to a certain degree. You don't just pluck a number or a favourite name, all that sort of stuff. No. But
so NBA is your go-to for your job?
Probably what I do for my job. Yeah, my part-time work. Yeah, NBA can be quite handy. Yeah.
AFL. Do you like AFL?
I do. Yeah, I played a bit of footy when I was younger.
Kingsley Football Club. Saw it. Saw the photos. Who else did you play for?
Who did I play for?
Did you go
started off playing, what was it? Serpentine, Jarrahdale. Played, I think it was a season or two for them. Byford, Kenwick, Canning Vale.
Did you live down that way?
Strata, yeah. Then played at Willerton.
Where do I know that name from?
It's sort of Willerton-ish area.
Yeah. That's the Oval, isn't it? Isn't it Rostrata Oval? That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then played down at East Freo, and then Willerton was my club while I was at East Freo. So played a few games there, and then Mum and Dad moved up to Hillary's, so was still living with Mum and Dad then, so moved up there and stopped playing footy, just had too many injuries. And then I think it was halfway through the season, I was like, I got a bit itchy, so walked down to Kingsley, didn't know anyone, walked down, I was like, took my bag and my boots down, I went, I'm keen to have a kick, and yeah.
A lot of passion behind that club, obviously because of the Bali bombings. Brad McElroy was involved in that. He was,
yeah.
I say involved in that. It sounded bad, didn't I?
Yeah.
I meant he was in there. He wasn't involved with the bombing.
But he was, he was over there at the time.
Yeah. He talked for hours about that. That's massive. We also had another fighter. Speaking of the Bali bombings,
I was over there in the 2005. So this was the Kingsley one was earlier.
I think it was 02?
Yeah. So we were over there for a couple of family friends. We went over there in 2005. So I was 15 at the time. Went out to a restaurant for one of the mums, her birthday. And we rocked up to that restaurant a little bit early, and I went, I'm going to go down and get some money out from one of the little, call it a bank, just to sort of...
The ones that don't spit your ATM out card first, and everyone walks off and someone robs you.
So I walked up the street, maybe 100 metres, went in, started getting money changed, and then the restaurant next door went off.
Jesus.
So it was like the little bank you go into, had the full glass doors and everything, that all shattered all through, like, over the top of us. The guy grabbed me from behind the counter, grabbed me and pulled me behind. And I had no, like, you sort of knew but didn't know. Like, it was just... Yeah, surreal.
Would be.
And then, so I eventually went, all right, what's going on? Because I know, obviously, the 2002, I believe it was 2002, they waited till people went out into the street and then let more off. So it was like, let's stay here. Do we not stay here? But at the same time, I knew all my family knew that I'd walked off to this direction.
They would have been panicking.
So I came... I was like, no, I need to go. So I went out into the street, and then, my old man come running down, met me halfway, and we went back up, and, flew out the next afternoon. So we literally went from there straight went down to the beach, and then out the front of the hotel, and then went from there to the airport, and we stayed at the airport for, I think it was 12 hours or something. I had a flight, was already booked, luckily. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just I had no idea. How do you feel about talking about that?
Yeah, it sort of gives you goosebumps, knowing how close, and just seeing the footage and stuff of people in the restaurant that were staying at the same hotel that we were staying at, like just other kids and stuff that you'd muck around with in the pool. Didn't get names or anything like that, but you just sort of seen the footage of them in the restaurant at the time, so got no contact, had no idea whether they survived or... But it's... it was pretty crazy. Very crazy.
That was a mad time back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you been back since?
Safe to say, yeah, been back a few times since, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the first couple of times, you're definitely sort of not looking over your shoulder, but you're sort
Bit
of
on
you're a
edge.
lot more not critical of people, but you're definitely sort of judging books by the cover a lot more than what you do the first time.
Yeah.
When it happened. But yeah, safe to say we were happy to fly out of there.
That would have been a mad rush to get out.
The airports are nuts. It was just everyone's flocked there. Didn't have flights or anything, but it's like, get out. But then the next thing you're thinking is sort of going, well, now this is a packed destination. Is this like
Where's the second one coming from?
Is there another one? What's going on? So there was, at the time, I can't remember where we were, but we had friends staying about 30 k's away, I think it was, on a beach, and there was ones that went off down there as well. So, and we knew, like, you're obviously getting the reports coming in, going, just trying to touch base with everyone, and yeah,
make sure everyone's okay. Jeez, you don't realise how
took
good
a dark turn.
we're talking about punting on Maltese. I didn't know. You could. Why didn't you give me any of this information on your reply that you sent me?
Oh, you don't need a lot.
You didn't give me. You didn't give me much.
Like I said, I don't have much.
There is someone I'm going to bring up.
Someone,
one of the fighters. Only I wasn't going to bring it up because I like him and he's a good man. You know, Wesley.
Where's these photos you kept telling you were going to bring up?
Okay, Jesus, here we go. Wesley. I like Wes.
Apologies to the fighters, I'm just bad with names.
That's Wes.
Yes.
Okay, good old Wes. All right. You know that's zoomed in a bit far. That is weird. I can't fix that. When I sent you the questions, I sent you, and this is the kind of stuff I'll probably ask you, which I haven't asked any of it, and I need to get some information about you. Now, I gave Amber a bit of a hard time for sending me the wrong one the other day. Wes has sent me back a lot of info, excessive information, some say, but he's answered all the questions that I said, do not answer these questions.
And that was the excess info I gave you.
Yeah, so all the stuff in red where I say, please answer these in red, and the top one says, you don't have to answer this. Wes has sent me the wrong ones. So thanks, Wes. I think he's in Friday, so.
There's a theme with that at the moment.
What's that?
Answering the wrong questions.
Yeah, I don't know. I make it so clear. I probably shouldn't even send those first ones through because it's not like I ask them. Probably should. They're PCR related, which I don't really talk about that, which we probably should, considering that's actually why we're here.
We can get onto that.
We can get onto that. You still haven't told me whether you'd cash out or not.
I'd cash. I don't like cashing out, but if it's a significant fun for that.
Really? Okay, if it was 50 grand or you got $1 million coming, 50 grand.
Well, I would, because if you're looking at it, you're going, 2-1 odds for your last leg. You're putting 50 grand on a 2-1 odds, you're only getting 100 back, but you're getting 14 mil. So that's like an odds boost of the century.
What happens if the last
and
one?
It's not like you got to go to the bank and get 50 grand or sell your car or.
Okay, sitting on 100 grand, your last leg is 10-1. So get the other
See
two.
these goalposts moving here. What's your conundrum? How many legs have you got in so far?
13 legs. You're at 100 grand. Your last leg is 10-1, but you are just stunned that they're the odds you're getting because you think this is definitely going to happen. Say a main.
Well, if it's a lock,
so it's a main event.
Double down. Go to the bank.
Trying to get 2 mil out. Take out 100. You'll lose it all. That's not work, mate. You got a problem. You got a gambling problem is what you got.
If it's a lock. Oh, it's different.
Jesus, here we go. Here's some runners here. Is that your little crew there?
That's my 3 on the right. Yep.
3 daughters. How old are they? If I can talk about your family here.
The eldest turns 7 in March.
3 close together there.
Yeah, we had 3 under 3.5.
You're busy. How's your
Telly was broken.
Sorry?
Telly was broken.
Internet was down. Had that spinning wheel.
No good movies.
So around the COVID time, I think there was a lot of production going on around that time of COVID. See, all those kids, all the COVID kids are all starting school now. Wasn't that a horrible time? I did like the lockdown, though.
Lockdown, I didn't mind it.
I loved that. That was about 2 weeks there.
Not that I'm antisocial, but I don't mind
a bit of lockdown.
Being a bit more quiet.
I wouldn't mind it happening again. there was that time. There was that, not COVID, not
minus
the
death.
Yeah, minus all the death and the heartache and everything. But in saying that, you think about, like, with us, we had, well, personally, COVID didn't affect me too much because of my work, and I was able to, I rode my bike to work, and I rode down the Graham Farmer Freeway on a pushy. Yeah, it was glorious. But in saying that, I'm not talking down COVID at all, because then you hear other stories like Nicky, who was in here the other day. He couldn't get back for his dad's funeral to the UK. That would have been tragic. I feel sorry. That would have to just be
next level, isn't it?
Soul destroying. So I'm not talking down COVID, and I don't want COVID back. I just want a lockdown every, I don't know, maybe about once a month.
Just a tap out once a month for
4 days. Imagine that. 4 days, internet goes down.
No phone.
Imagine that.
That'd be right.
You get stuff done.
You would.
Yeah. Lockdown. You can't run, though. You got a treadmill at home? How did you go through that when you couldn't? Did you?
Got a treadmill, yeah.
Did you still get outside and do some exercise?
Yeah.
Did you? And your allocated times?
I believe so.
Oh, liar. How funny.
I definitely didn't run with a mask. You'd be like,
did you run with a mask?
No.
Were you supposed to?
I think I had it hooked onto my ears, yeah.
Were you supposed to run with a mask?
I think in certain parts of it you were, and then other parts you're allowed to exercise by yourself out in the open for an hour without a mask, I think it was. I followed it.
Oh, who made up those rules?
Stringently.
They were, yeah, me too.
They seem to change every hour, so it was going to be hard to get in trouble when they were changing so often.
Didn't Mark McGowan love a bit of TV time? He'd love getting that melon on the TV, didn't he? Hey, everyone. Yeah, here we go. Go, Mark. Tell us the good news. Tell us why price of bananas are going up again. Yeah. Back to where we were 25 minutes ago before we started talking about punting, and you took it so dark there with barley. Jesus.
Skip that.
Feel free, anyone's coming in, feel free to drop in any kind of info like that so I can do some kind of research and work it out. This year, we are going back here. So this year you've got this Hersman Lake. That's how far back we're going.
Yeah, so we've got...
I'm coming down. I'm watching.
Before.
I'm watching. And if there's someone giving you grief, just sort of give me the eye, and that's it. I'll be in their ear. Oh, they'll have another lap in them, and then they'll be...
Herdies, and then got the Margaret River Ultra in May.
What's that? Tell me that.
So Margaret River...
I know what Margaret River is.
Yeah. So you run through the forest, ocean, beach for 80 Ks.
Is it expensive to enter these things?
That's not too bad. The Ironman at the end of the year is full, expensive.
Can you tell me?
Margs might be...
What's expensive?
I think it's maybe... is my wife listening to this?
No. Okay.
No. I think it might be 1,200 for the full Ironman at the end of the year.
That's not too bad.
Then you got accommodation, all that sort of stuff. But Margs is pretty cheap. I don't really know. A couple $100, I think. $400 to sign
There's
up.
Another 1,000 there. He doesn't want his wife to find out about. That's fine.
So I got Margaret River, which I did last year as well. So hoping to better that time this year. And then that's in May. And then, pretty much my full focus from May to December will be the full Ironman.
The full Ironman in December.
Yeah.
It starts really early, doesn't it? I always wondered why it does that, but then that makes sense. So you're not finished.
It's a long day.
It's a long day. That's exactly what it is.
17 hours is the cut-off time. So there'll be people that come in just before 17 hours, and if you're after 17 hours, you didn't finish.
Really?
So you might be 17 hours, and I'm pretty sure it's 17 hours and 5 minutes, but...
How long would it take you to do it? Just to give me some kind of idea, because for me it'd take about 4 weeks. I'm not good.
You'll get cut off multiple times.
I ride my bike to work, and I got a semi-decent bike, not like yours, but I got a semi-decent bike, and it's still like $200. And it takes me half an hour to ride 10Ks, and I'm pushing, and I'm not getting better, and I try.
No, you got traffic lights.
No, I don't.
Nope.
No, I ride on the bike path from here, straight up the freeway, this is people stalking me, straight along the bike path over the bridge and then up Great Eastern Highway that way. It's pretty straight, flat. I just can't do it. It's just not for me. Sorry. So, for a marathon, how long?
I'm hoping for 9 to 10 hours.
Marathon Ironman. It's Ironman. For how long?
About 9.5.
So you got plenty of time. You're definitely going to finish.
I'll definitely finish, yeah. I'm not worried about finishing. Just trying to...
Have you ever had an injury mid-race?
I haven't. No, I used to cramp really bad. Something I did think about giving you was the footage of,
Have you got the footage somewhere? Is it posted somewhere?
Carry Valley Triathlon.
Is it on here?
Which I did. No.
Where do I... Yeah, whatever you do, don't give me any info to actually help.
I'll tell you, explain it to you, but then you don't have the ammunition to...
Where is this footage?
On YouTube somewhere.
But
anyway, so
YouTube up right
it's
here.
the event, and the only time I feature in this event of the triathlon is me crossing the finish line and rolling around on the floor cramping.
I'm going to have a look.
What's it called? I know Carry Valley, Karri.
That's a lovely spot, by the way.
That is beautiful down there.
Carry Valley.
I want to do a triathlon. It's hilly as shit.
Triathlon, there we go. What year?
Yeah, probably that one, I reckon.
That one there?
Yeah.
This will be good. How far in? I'm going to save this as well. How far in are we talking?
I didn't think you'd have be getting... Yeah, be towards... Yeah, go back a little bit more. Yeah, probably from there somewhere.
Okay.
No injuries. Just there I am. Whoop. Quad was on fire.
So the whole thing you got there
that was my Yep.
Oh, look at you.
Look how peaceful she looks lying down. And there's me.
Oh, look at the toes. They are just curled up.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But yeah, no injuries on the course.
Yeah.
Or during an event, just used to cramp, but I've got that sort of under control.
I've been
put it into a lot more. It was lack of training back in the day.
Okay.
Just sort of signing up for events with mates to have a laugh, but then you end up just pushing yourself way too hard and cooking yourself.
As you do. I'd be terrified of like rolling an ankle or something early and then pushing through it.
I wasn't terrified of that, but I am now.
Okay, so...
What have I got?
Oh, jeez. Bringing up all these things that may happen.
8-9 months to get that out of my head. Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
I thought you would have said getting eaten by a shark or something, but...
Oh, yeah, I'd be terrified of that.
There's lots of other swimmers out there.
I can't get that out of my head when I'm at the beach. I just look around and I always make sure that there's someone between me and like there's
someone deeper than you.
Yeah, and usually like around people, and I'll look at certain people. I think some people would be more attractive to a shark than me. I'm not saying this is the type of person, but I think maybe there'd be some people who are a little bit larger, maybe some people who are sweating out certain oils as well.
Certain aromas.
Certain oils. Maybe lemongrass, maybe something like that seem to be...
Bit of KFC oil or something from the night before.
Yeah.
Yep.
Possibly. I wonder if sharks like a bit of KFC. Maybe like that's 12.
You don't know what you're missing out on.
I do. It looks terrible, and I'm not going to eat it. And Mason's going to get it done over Joshy Pryor.
I don't know Mason, so I'm going Josh.
Josh.
The pads are still hurting from our little pad work the other day.
Josh is such a good man. I don't know who's going to win. I like Mason because he's so unpredictable and out of control. He's just an absolute...
Did they both do the same year?
Yes, they did. Mason fought Joe Dortona, and he won the first round. And there is also... Do you know the rules with the scoring and everything with the
I heard it on Cam's once. It's just 10-9, 10-9, 10-9.
10-9, yeah, or 10-8 if it's like it's very one-sided, which could cause a draw if the person won the next two. And also the one knockdown. So if you get a standing 8 count, that's it. You can't get another standing 8 count in another round or anything. They will just call it off. So it is still amateur, so they're protecting. But for you to get a standing 8 count, you're going to have to be in a bit of trouble.
Hard, yeah,
a bit of trouble. And the refs are good. Josh Pryor won by decision on Jody Cahill, who was one of the smoothest, most impressive fighters. And I have to say, I thought Joshy Pryor was an underdog, and he got it done. So good on you, Joshy Pryor. We should actually get into this PCR thing, considering we've been going for an hour and a half. And I'm up to question 1. We have talked about your sponsor.
Yes.
Have we got anything else here? I will have a look at your... Did I put it in there? Something with your bike.
My bike.
No, I got a picture of your bike here, by the way. That is... There you are. Where's your bike? There it is. Your bike... I got to ask you about this. This is a triathlon bike, is it?
It is.
Is that why it's sort of like curved over the back? Does that make it a triathlon bike? How does it...
Yeah, it's just more harder to steer, but more aerodynamic.
And sort of you lean forward
Faster.
on it.
Yeah, correct.
I don't
actually... My old man's got that bike now.
I didn't realise... with cyclists... I know cyclists... you think runners are bad, you should get on the cyclist. So one of them the other day... Tell me if I overreacted to this. Tell me this. I was riding... And a group of cyclists, and I ride to work in like baggy shorts and a t-shirt, and I don't have Lycra. And a group of 3 came past me, and they made a big deal. And as we're going past, one of them that was right in front of me spat. Like I got into like behind him,
charming,
like straight away. He spat and it sprayed me. Anyway, let's not talk about what happened afterwards, but.
That's unfortunate. I don't know if he's done on purpose.
I think it was on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that because you were keeping up and you weren't in Lycra?
I was keeping up, but like it was a very short period of time. Like it probably would have been only 10 seconds that I hooked into the behind him, because I never realised about like the drag. Yeah. That makes it so easy.
Are you sure it wasn't him blowing his nose or something? It was definitely spit.
Oh, I didn't think it was blowing his nose, but now I feel way worse. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyway, it got sorted when we got to the end of the bike path and we had to turn, but it's not important. What I did find out though was the price of some of the bikes. I had no idea of how expensive it is, but in saying that, I do see why people do get these, or they love accessories, those bike people.
They do.
I do see why people get into bikes, because bikes, almost like a cheaper version of a motorbike, you could get the ultimate top of the line push bike bicycle, and you can afford it. It's expensive as hell, but you can afford it. Whereas if you're a car enthusiast and you go, I want the greatest car of all time, you don't have $750,000 to buy that.
That option's not there, no.
So they
unless your multi comes in, yeah.
Unless you don't cash out on that 13th leg. If you put on one of my bets and you cash out, you're a pussy. I see why people do like bikes. But
the money you can just, for what it is, 2 wheels and
bit of carbon fibre.
Yeah. It's expensive.
But there is, I do see why
you don't
people...
have to spend a heap of money, but...
No, I didn't.
No.
I got a Ridley. It's got a Ridley. Oh, look at the look of disgust. You're just spat on the floor.
Ridley makes some nice bikes.
Yeah, mine's never... I don't know how to service it or anything. Mine, I got to turn my headphones up because mine makes a strange noise when I ride. A lot of grinding.
That's probably why it's taking you half an hour to ride 10Ks.
Scott, it's a very limited one. It's a 4-speed. Because they're like only 4 of the gears actually go in. The rest of them, there are some things I should adjust, but that's on the list of things to do. I was impressed with your bike. What are you riding now?
Now I've just got my first ever road bike that I bought. I did that up 4 years ago.
You got a photo of that thing on here?
Yeah, go back down. That's it there. I've just got it set on the indoor trainer.
Which one are we talking about?
The middle photo.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Is that a video?
So not that, So that I've got it sandblasted and painted it myself and then put all new running gear and stuff. So that's the only bike I've got at the moment. That was maybe cost me $600 back in 2003, 2004. Okay. So I'm in the market for a bike.
There's a Ridley.
Is this that sponsorship you were talking about early on? Am I keen to get sponsored?
That'd be good. I don't know if you're sponsored by mine.
I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Mate, no, that's a Glenn Austin thing. Glenn Austin will get you a sponsor. He loves that stuff. Hey, I think he does because he works with... I'm pretty sure he helps the sponsors because the amount of fighters that are turning pro. This PCR is basically an amateur stepping stone to going pro. Yeah, there's good 2 girls, I think 4 guys have all gone pro after this.
It's impressive.
It is. Standard's great. Anyway, PCR. Let's get into it. I've asked you if you haven't been to an event, if you've been to an event before. You said no, and you are in for a treat. Are you staying there?
Haven't booked yet, but yeah, probably. Yep.
I'm pretty sure there's some codes coming out very soon.
Yeah.
I don't know when they're coming out. I should have followed that up the other week when I got asked, but I didn't. So I recommend staying there. I think it's a good spot and convenient.
Yeah.
Because when you get there, they have a full, they have the rehearsal.
Walk through it, yeah, yep.
It's good. They get everything so you get your timing for your music and everything just sorted. So it's good, and I'd recommend getting there early. I mean, staying there. I mean, I think I've stayed there once, but normally because I've got to back it up for work the next day. You're obviously training a lot, prior to this. Has the training changed, or is it just is it more training specific now? Like, are you still getting to do your rides and your runs?
Well, riding's dropped off a little, but yeah, still trying to jam in sort of as much running as I can, obviously, for Hurdies and then Margaret River after. But yeah, the riding's dropped off a little bit, which I'll just try and sort of stay in touch with without doing too much, just sort of keep jumping on every now and then.
I suppose you don't.
Yeah, boxing wise, I'm purely just doing the 4 sessions if I get to the 4 sessions a week, and sort of just push myself as hard as I can in those 4 sessions and use that for the boxing, and then the rest I just sort of infill with running.
I did see you, and there's a few of you in there that do really go 100% in these sessions, which is a good thing, because there's some people that did go a bit easy, in the first couple, but I think everyone's picking up. And as soon as you break into...
It's only 9 weeks. I think you've got to try and get your bang for buck. You're going to be regretting it come fight night, I think, if you sort of go, I could have gone harder in this session, or on the bag, especially the bag at the end. Well, that's just the quickest way to absolutely destroy yourself.
That's horrible, isn't it?
It's horrible, but it's good as well. You can sort of go into that dark little place and
get the frustration
teach that bag a lesson. Like an idiot, but...
That multi I should have cashed out on.
Get your slaps out, yeah.
It'll change... If anyone has any hesitation or doubts, it will change in about 2 weeks from now. As soon as you know your opponent and your team,
looking forward to that. That'll be good.
Any idea who you're going to get? Let's get some people up here.
Get some people.
Yeah, let's have a look. I'm up here. With the girls, it's a bit easier because you got to come in. Did they say 3 or 4 kilos?
I'm not going to be up against one of them.
No.
There's boy, girl. Yes, it's not.
There's a couple of girls.
Don't get into that.
There's a couple of girls, like most of them, I reckon.
I don't reckon I'd want to cup up against any of them. Even the sparring you go through, and obviously Nigel and Glenn sort of go, all right, girls, if you're sparring a guy, go for it, give him everything, and bloke sort of work on your defence and still just throw a few shots. But they go hard. There's all of them sort of had a proper crack, which is awesome.
No mucking around,
it's going to be some wicked fights. Yeah.
But that is good for them because then because guys can't spar at 100%, whereas the girls can.
Yep.
But some of those girls can hit.
There's some big power.
Some are quick. I saw Aniva train for the first time the other day, and I thought, oh, yeah, she's impressive.
But she's got technique as well. Like,
It'll be good.
It'll be very good.
It'll be good. One of the matchups. Who do you think? Because
girls,
you got to come in. Was it 3 or 4 kilos? You got to come in. Did they give you a weight that they're going to want you at? I suppose they get that a bit closer to the date.
So you'd assume Abby and April are a lock.
Let's have a look. I'll be honest. I don't know. I don't know any of the fights, and I stay out of it because any input I have is a hindrance when it comes to this kind of stuff. So you reckon Abby and who?
April, just based off of weight-wise. The rest are all reasonably even, aren't they?
I'll tell you who's impressed me, and I did say she's my favourite, but she has impressed me. Amber Ugle Hayward. The fact that where she is now in the last 2 weeks, we're like a little bit standoffish and just showing little bits of it, that girl's going to be a weapon on the night. I reckon she's going to come up. I reckon she's going to be a handful. They're all going to be a handful.
They're all going to be, yeah.
What do you reckon? Tell me some matchups you reckon is going to happen here.
Oh, I've got no idea.
Do you want me to get the photos up here, or you actually spent time and learnt some people's names?
I've tried to. but I'm also can barely breathe. So someone's like, "What's your name?" I'm like,
the one fight that isn't going to happen, I do not believe, is Georgia will not fight Mel Brands. That's the only one. Because you've got Mel Brands, Megan Brown, Georgia Ray, and Neva that are all similar. Kiri maybe even in there. Kiri's got some good form. I did like that work I was seeing the other day on the bag.
It's hard to know. That's obviously starting weights, isn't it? Yeah. So how much that... and everyone, even especially the blokes as well, everyone's got different body compositions, so it's...
Nicky Carter's dropping a few. You can see that already.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Let's go up to you. We don't know what's happening with the ladies. So where are you coming in there? There you go. 183. Do you tell people you're 6 foot? I think I'm 183. I tell people 6 foot. I wear platform shoes.
I'd say, yeah.
We'll go 6 foot. That's all I'll say.
Thick socks, yeah.
With the cardboard cutouts, I haven't brought this up yet, but I'll bring it up. They're all life size. That's why we take your heights. To have a look at Glen Oss.
I've got a tape measure out. Make sure mine is 6 foot around.
Have a look.
Just make sure it's not taller than me. There's an issue if we walk up to the cutout and the cutout's taller than me.
Have you seen Glenn Austin and Nigel Grosses?
They're cutouts. I haven't. No.
Glenn Austin's about 8 foot.
Good on him.
Good on you, Glenn. No, it works in well. All right. Who you got? So you've got there your 83 kilos. What do you reckon you're going to be? Fine. You see, that's a 80 around 85. That's where there's a big selection. You could go like anyone from you got Rob Kelly, Michael Walden. I would not like to fight that guy. That guy is just pumped all the time, isn't he?
Is that I'm bad with names. He's full of beans.
Full of beans.
Funny.
Quality man. Husky voice. He's got the voice of someone that smokes a pack of darts a day. Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, very husky voice. Slick hair. Good looking man.
You need photos up here, man.
Okay, let's get a quick look at him.
Apologies, Michael and everyone else.
Let's just sorry about the lull in proceedings here, guys. Someone hasn't learnt the names. Michael, there we go.
We need name bad. Like name. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Michael.
He looks slick.
He does look slick, doesn't
Quick.
he? I think he wants to go on. I'm going to say it. I think he wants to go on blue.
Oh, he wants blue.
He wants blue only because he prefers his blue photo to his red. That's a great reason to choose blue.
Why not?
Wow. He's good. That man's got cardio for days. He was going to that bag. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not
Energizer
fighting.
Bunny.
He is going to be a handful for whoever they go up against him. Who else you got? You got Joshy Pryor. We're not going to have Joshy Pryor. Jared Barnard, maybe. James Calway. That'd be a tough one. Big Harge. Who else?
I reckon I'll be, I don't know, weight-wise, come fight night, will probably be 83-ish, I reckon.
I think there's plenty to choose from there. Is there anyone you want to call out? April.
God, no.
She's got a body shot that I reckon would buckle you.
Yeah, and almost did.
Speaking of body shots, on the night, I talk to everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I talk to everyone prior, and whatever you tell me on the days leading into it, I will not tell your opponent or the other coach. And I give you my word, I never have. And people will tell me if they maybe got a bit of an injury, or they're going to start with like a hook and then a shot to the body or something. Most people talk to me about their body shots. They're going, oh yeah, I'm going to soften them up and there's a shoot for the lever. I'm going to come out and do that. I don't know if I've ever seen a body shot thrown in the
shit hits a fan and you're gassed and can't get your arms up.
I just want to see just for one time someone throw a body shot. Everyone just headhunts from the start. I'm going to pace myself. No, there's none of that. It must be intimidating though, being in that ring in front of that many people under the spotlight.
It's full on, yeah.
Have to be the loneliest place as well. I don't know how they do it.
I'm hoping the lights are... Do they dim the lights to the crowd? So it's just you literally just have the spotlights on the ring and
you're not
going to see anyone in the crowd when you're not going to be noticing anything. You're just going to be...
You can hear stuff. I can hear stuff. I've usually got someone behind me yelling.
The thumping of someone belting you.
Someone Drop it. One time, I made some terrible calls. I'm on the commentary desk, and I've made some horrific calls in my day. One of them, I was so certain because someone behind me dropped a knife on a plate and went ding, and I said, end of the round. Right. And then I went, they're still fighting. The ref hasn't heard. They're still fighting. Someone told the ref. And then my mate goes, what are you talking about? Like 20 seconds into the round. And so, yeah, I tried to edit that out, but I just put that in. That wasn't my finest moment.
At least the fighters didn't hear. That would have been interesting.
No. And they got the clapper.
10 seconds.
Yeah, and of course, I reckon they did that deliberately. Someone behind me was... I was like, don't do that to me.
Don't do 3 claps.
I'm so stressed as it is. Exhausted by the end of the night. What were we even talking about there?
Matchups. Yeah, I'm not...
calling someone out. That's what we're going to do. Who are you going to call out? Who are you going to call out? Who you want to start beef with?
Kane. Kane looks soft.
Kane.
So drive-by.
Kane Beck.
No, I did a bit of pad work and stuff with him early on, which is good. Didn't realise he weighed anywhere near that. He's a solid boy.
Kane Beck, his mates... What scares me most about Kane Beck is who he's mates with. He's mates with a guy called Ronnie Harvey. Ronnie is just a savage. Oh, my God. Ronnie's the kind of guy that you beat in the ring, but you go outside and he's waiting at your car, and you go, oh, Jesus. should let him win.
I'm sorry.
I reckon Kane Beck is... There's going to be...
There's some absolute beasts in there.
There are some... there are some people that I would not like to be in there. Kane Beck's one, Jared Chamberlain's another, Nicky Carter. I reckon Nicky Carter, what a lovely guy, but I reckon Nicky Carter, being the Manchester special that he is, he'll put you down and then drop a knee on you.
A bit of dirtiness.
I tell you, someone who's a surprise back is Riley Easybake Ovens. He's coming in a couple of weeks. He fought his housemate back at PCR 9, yeah.
Oh, that's right, yep.
He pulled something out that day. There's always someone that just pulls. There's always that 10-1 underdog that I could put in my multi that just provides something. Yeah, someone that is an underdog that just produces something on the night. Yeah. There's always someone.
So there's not... there's what, Riley and Wesley?
Who the matchup's going to be?
Weight-wise, like you got Joshua. Oh, but Joshua's already locked in, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be hard to match up. It's going to be hard to match up the girls, let alone these guys. Paul King's coming back. Paul King, the old boy.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's about 54 or something. He fought Jai Reid. Jai Just Bleed Reid. What a classic that guy was. Just Bleed was... I'm having to guess. I think he was about like 23. And Paul was like 53 or something. And Jai dislocated his shoulder in the second round. And it should have been over. That's the end of the fight. But
didn't say anything.
I'm not saying... Oh, no, we knew. I'm not saying that the corner were aware of it or anything and put it back in. And just... Maybe someone did block the ref, so the ref couldn't see. I'm not saying that did happen.
Yeah, okay.
But Jai Just Bleed Reid fought in the last round with an arm that just didn't work. And only could throw one punch, big overhand right. That's all he could throw, and he threw about 30 in one round. It was good to see Paul King. Paul King won, and he came back. Normally, people come back trying to get the win, but he's won. Mason's won, and Josh Pryor has won as well. Jared Chamberlain fought Vince. He's a, Jared, big boy.
Yeah,
very quiet, very well mannered. Yeah, but not in the ring.
Packs a punch. Sparring with him's fun.
No, it's not. It's horrible.
It's because it's sparring. It's fun. If you're in the ring, you'd be.
Is he controlled in this sparring?
Yeah, I think everyone's controlled. There's different people got different levels, but
so Jared's doing it different this year, is he?
Well, I haven't heard anything, but I think the harder people go, the better, within reason. Obviously, the better it is for you, just to make sure you've got the protection in the right spots at the right time.
Yeah, There is a massive benefit to hard sparring, but just got to be careful with it. On the night, though, what everyone trains in, obviously everyone's friends, is people train if they get hit and they connect in training and it actually has hurt someone, got through, then the first thing you do is stop and check that your friends are okay.
Yeah.
Or on the night, that's why we need to
split up. We need to split the sides ASAP.
They will.
That's why I'm not learning anyone's name. Not because I've got a bad memory. I'll learn your name when you're on my side, right?
Jeez, that sounds like a blue team comment. When you get your opponent, they'll train you specifically for your opponent. And
do we get footage on them? Footage on them training?
No. Well, have a scout in there? We could set up
Just saying.
What does that mean?
Just snorted in the microphone.
Maybe I'll just happen to set up a camera. My services don't come cheap though. I'm the biggest fence sitter. I don't give any info because people tell me stuff that could really change an outcome of a fight.
Oh, definitely.
And if I say one thing and my reputation's shot,
you get no good goss.
Nothing. I'm known as a person that keeps their mouth shut. I'll help you cover stuff up as well if something goes bad, but it never does. So we don't know who our opponent is. It's only a week and a half.
Yeah.
Do you know how many days you've got to go?
I'm assuming they've probably got one or two locked in for everyone to sort of go, we're pretty much thinking this, but yeah.
I think so. You got 46 days. That's it. It was like 59 or something it seemed like yesterday when I said, everyone's 59 days, get ready. 59. 46. You're going to break off soon?
Perfect.
It goes quick. It goes so quick, considering we are halfway through Feb already, and you've been thinking about this for probably 6 weeks. It comes too quick. You got to enjoy it. You've got to be able to take it in.
I think the night will go quick.
Oh, the round.
I feel like the rounds will go slow, but quick as well. That's probably the biggest thing I'm worried about is going, fuck, it's over. Like, over so quick. I know you're going to be gassed in each round, but yeah.
How are you going to be taking it all in? Because I think on one hand, people go, I just want the teams to be named. I just want to do this. I just want to get to Wayne's. I just want to get to the night. And then it's over. How could you? Because I tell people to take it in, but I don't tell them how to do it.
I don't know. Personally, myself, just trying to tick off the training, learn as much as I can. Even like you said before, the previous fighters that come down and help out in the gym and the trainers, and obviously Glenn and Nige, the amount of info that they've got and small things, big things, I just try and absorb it all and just be as prepared as possible in 9 weeks. It's not a lot of time when you say it like that, is it? But
it's not.
Looking forward to it.
But just to take it in, and the night goes way too quick. I know there's no way of dragging it out, of course. Because on one hand, it's a very long night because I know I'm exhausted by the end of it. But the night it's amazing. Just one fight after another. It is just.
And I think knowing what time you're scheduled to fight will be a huge. I think that's a big box to tick to sort of go, oh, I'm up early or I'm up late. Like you can sort of prepare your night and what you're going to do leading up or after that. Whereas
I'm going to say you fight 7. I reckon you're going to be about in the middle. I don't know. That's just what I'm going to guess. Maybe.
Okay.
Are you wanting to go early or late?
I don't really mind.
Don't mind. There's benefits to both.
There is, yeah.
Whoever goes red team, fight 1, that is the toughest spot ever because you're first in there.
Why red though? Oh, red goes in
red
first.
Red always goes first.
Didn't know that. Yep.
We tried to change it and...
Probably should have. Is that like a boxing worldwide thing?
I'm not too sure, but that's the Glenn Austin rules and that's his non-negotiable. It's always... I said, which one goes as... It's always red first, Brad. Always. I think so you can make a bigger entrance. Yeah, so red will go in first, but whoever gets white 1 in the red, you've got to go out there first. And you got to set the tone for your team. Those first couple...
Set the standard.
That first couple will set the tone for the rest of the team.
And we get to watch them all as well, which is whether you're backstage or out there or...
Go out there, socialise. So, I mean, there is a huge advantage to fighting early because you do get to enjoy the night. But then there's also a big advantage to being late because you get to take in the night a lot more as well. And you get to see, and you'll be invested in everyone's fight as well because they're all your mates, and you just want either the blue team or the red team to win everything, and you become very one-eyed. It does.
That doesn't sound like me.
Honestly, you will. If you go the red team, you will never wear blue again. You just go, I feel dirty, and vice versa. If you're the blue team, you got someone like Justin. Has Justin Abernathy been down at training? Showtime. He's got the big. I think he's got 11 there. Blue one 11-2. I think it was. Yeah, right. And oh my god, I'm still hearing about it. Justin Abernathy. He won. Chris Dodge got robbed, but anyhow, that's just
shots fired.
I'm joking. Let's get back to your questions here. Mental changes. You seem, because you're so focused on your fitness, seem to be pretty mentally stable.
Okay,
maybe I could be wrong here. Yeah. Wrong with that. Like
mentally messed up.
No, but I know from what I know is people who are very committed to their health and fitness. I think that has a more positive effect on your mental state than any drug, over the counter or over the kitchen counter.
Yeah, agreed.
Because your mates have made it at some backyard in Cloverdale. Not saying that happens, but it happens. I think fitness, because you feel better, you look better, you get the old endorphin. You must feel exhausted, but also pumped after one of these training sessions.
Yeah.
Almost
exhausted,
like you're coming to the end.
But then that's the only downside of doing the nighttime sessions. It's like you finish at 8, get home. I get home at 20 past, 8:30, have something to eat, and then, but you're still wired. Like on a normal night, the girls will go down to sleep, and then I'll be in bed an hour after them. So 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'll be in bed.
Oh, yeah, nice.
But yeah, so the endorphins are definitely flowing. It's more so the next morning when you wake up, you sort of go, yep, fatigued, but
a bit of a come down.
Keep cracking on, don't you?
Something I haven't.
No one wants to hear excuses.
I got a book of them. Look here. What are my excuses am I going to use today while I'm not doing PCR? Something that I haven't mentioned that I should, which is very important, is I think we overlook the support that our family gives us during the campaign, because this is a full commitment. You pretty much say to your husband or wife or life partner, whatever they're called, you are that's wrong. Your partner, you pretty much say, I got to do this. This is for me. It's going to take pretty much all of my time and effort for the next 9-10 weeks. I need you to look after the household and the family while I do this. Are you okay? And they go, I'm good. I've got this under control. I will give you one of the greatest guilt trips of all time when it's over. But during it, I'll say...
I'm going to pretend everything's okay.
Yeah.
And it's all fair.
Just taking notes, and you will... This 10 weeks is going to cost you 10 years.
Remember when you did this?
Yeah. Remember that time? I just want to,
I got a fair few IOUs to my missus with some of the events I've signed up for and done.
Oh, you
and
would.
The training, so it's just sort of constant.
But it's a massive support they're giving you.
Yeah.
And I don't think the family and friends get thanked enough for the support that they have for what they give you, because it is a massive commitment for them too.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's coming on the night.
She is, yeah. Yep.
How's she going to feel about you?
I don't think she was too excited to start off with.
Yeah.
Well, she was excited, but obviously for me. But I don't think she was sort of questioning whether she'd be able to watch it. But yeah, she'll come, and mum will come up and she'll look after. They live down Bustleton, so she'll come up and look after the kids at ours, and then my old man will come. So
he'll come watch as well.
Yeah.
So is your wife like a little bit nervous?
I'd say she's nervous. Yeah,
I can see that's. I think it'd be understandable.
Roles reversed, you'd probably look at it and go, "Don't really feel like watching my partner,
my wife,
my life partner, or whatever you called it before, getting punched in the face or getting hurt." But
yeah, it must be tough for him on the night as well.
I think there'll be a few champagnes will get thrown down.
Oh, yeah. A few looseners in there as well.
Yeah.
You know they do look after you, though.
As long as she remembers which colour I am and doesn't start shouting at the opposite.
She comes in just dripped in blue and you're in red too. But they do look after you. They do, and your coaches and the opposite coaches and the refs, they do look after you. And if they see something they don't like, that they think, and they're experienced. They're not some dodgy mate that's going, oh yeah, I'll ref this fight for you. They're not. They're experienced, world class refs.
Yeah.
And if they see something, and they've stopped fights before that people have not been happy with the stoppage, but you look back, yeah, that was an excellent stoppage.
Yeah.
So they will look after, and you got the doctor there.
Yeah.
Dr. Nick Riviera there at the sideline.
I think she's definitely getting more on board with it, so
yeah,
should be fine.
What do your mates say about you taking part?
Actually, very supportive. Pull the piss, but as any good mate does. But they're looking forward to it. Yeah. So I'm just annoyed I didn't get onto the tables earlier, but
I don't know what the solution is with that, because that is a problem. That is a problem considering we're this far out and we got no tables left.
In fact, you could still, I honestly reckon everyone would be able to sell another table each easy. That's a lot of tables. That's another 30 tables.
How are we going to do this? Anyway, leave it with me. I'm not saying I can do it, but I'm just saying we'll see. We'll see. There's got to be an option.
Worth the question, yeah.
Maybe we move it to RAC Arena. No, it can't be. We did talk about this, about having another arena. The Crown, the fact that it's sit down, the actual ballroom is perfect for it.
Should you bump all the tables to 12s or something? Add 2 more chairs for each table. A little bit more crammed, but everyone knows each other sitting at the table.
Oh, there's got to be so many options. You're an ideas man. There's Oc Health and Safety. That's what's stopping it.
Mm.
A standing room.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is there an option to have just a seated, no dinner?
Just 7.5 hours drinking. Oh, what could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Someone's had...
I'll pull out of the fight and go buy a ticket for that.
That would be good if you had just a standing area. But there's rules.
But less, but then you've got to pay for your own booze. So that surely puts it in a different bracket to...
If you were there and you're at a table with the unlimited alcohol and 7-hour drink package, and your mates were just the other side of like a little row.
There'd be a lot of toilet breaks, wouldn't there?
Would you just happen to take over? No, I've just got 6 beers, and would you
better go to the toilet before I'd
That's exactly what happened.
That's
exactly what happened. No, everything's got to be done by the book, and Glenn and Nige definitely don't want to piss the Crown off as well. So everything they do, and Nige has got his hands full with. He deals with the commission as well, and we don't want any. We do not want any heat. Everything is by the book, which is how it should be, which is good. But I don't know how they're going to solve that. I don't know, because we're in the ballroom, but there's a grand ballroom. But I think it's a different shape.
Yeah, okay.
I think. I should have looked into that.
It's another can of worms. Opens up another can of worms, doesn't it? But I mean, it's nice now going, we've sold out what we wanted to sell out, and it's all sorted. Like, that's a nice big box to tick this early on. But you'd also just, back your mind, you sort of go... fair bit of money left out there that could be gone to a sensational cause. Don't tell Glenn that. Glenn will start having ideas, and he'll have an idea at 2 a.m. and then he'll call me, "Hey Brad," I go, "What?" Make it happen.
I'm sleeping. Turn my phone off. Do you have any concerns about the event? Is there anything that you're just not sure of? Anything in the back of your mind that you just think?
No concerns.
Not rolling an ankle or anything like on the next...
You brought that forward 9 months now.
Right. Didn't I? Eaten by sharks.
You start strapping my ankles now. Back to footy days. No concerns.
No cramping or anything like that?
3 2-minute rounds, that should be good cramping.
3 2-minute rounds. It's just different.
Mm.
And one body shot early and you go, all right.
Takes the little bit of wind you had out of you.
You want so much left in the tank for that third round. Because traditionally, I'm not saying this is how it works, but traditionally with any combat sport or anything where there's rounds, if the first round has like a winner, but it's still close, like say person A will get the round. If the second round's close, I don't know if this happens. This just happens to happen.
You can just give it to the other person. Go, it's close. Let's just go into the last being even.
I think subconsciously you are more likely to give it to the other person because they're close.
I probably agree. Otherwise, you look at it and you go, okay, well, now I'm giving this person, almost giving them the win. If I give them 2 rounds in a row, when I don't know if they are winning.
Yeah, if 2 rounds are close.
Cross, I'm not sitting there scoring.
I don't know how. I've had, and this is a heads up to everyone that goes, you will watch the fight and you'll be dead set someone has won and then they'll lose. And they'll crack the shits. And then you go back and watch the video later and you go, oh, no, I had it wrong. When you watch it back...
I think being one, it doesn't matter what fight you watch, or for me anyway, it doesn't matter who it is, you'll always have a favourite who you'll be watching more, and you see every punch they land, and you sort of tend to not see what they copped in the process. So I think you're definitely one-eyed. Your team will be 15-0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No question. That's how
the ref sees it that way.
But you're sitting on 3. The judges sit in 3 different points as well. So if all the action happens in front of one of the refs, so that's it. Maybe do that. Maybe do all your work in front of the 3 refs. You'll see me on one side. Just don't come near me. There was one time when Ronnie Harvey hit Brezzy, and I thought Brezzy was coming through the ropes, and Brezzy's about 120 kilos. I crap myself. Those big Maori boys coming at me. I don't know how to win. I don't know what the trick is, but the third round I think has been the decider for 9 out of 10 of the fights.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that third round, people just standing up, just sucking it in. Yeah, and you've got Glenn screaming at you, and you've got Nigel saying, look at me, do this. So, I don't know. They get me pumped seeing those 2 guys. I'm close to the blue corner. That's why I see Glenn. And that's an absolute circus, that corner. Okay, you don't know what team, do you have a preference?
No, it's, like I said before, no preference, but I think, probably easier to hit someone dressed in red than in blue for some weird reason. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what I've got. I'm not phased too. The coach is obviously very, very different, and I've got, a huge amount of info and knowledge and technique and critiquing to do, so just looking forward to getting chucked on a side and getting to work.
I think whoever you go, the coach that you go with will get the more out of you than the other coach. They just seem to know what they're doing. Yeah. They do. They want the best fighters, and the standard of boxing has gone through the roof. It truly has. Go back and have a look at some of the old fights, and then have a look at it now. And this is high level amateur boxing. They've always got some beginners in there as well, but some of these fights are savages. And you get people to go to turn pro. And Billy Quincroft, he's fighting in a couple of weeks. He's had a couple of pro fights.
It'd be interesting to see who out of this crew, sort of, if anyone goes, going to take that next step up. There's definitely a few people there you think
could. I reckon. Let's have a look. Let's make some predictions here then. Let's have a bet. Out of the girls, because you got to think of age as well, because no one wants to make their pro debut at like 35.
Neva?
I reckon Neva's a chance. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe some of the guys, I reckon, I'd like to see Josh Pryor. I don't think he will. I think Josh Pryor, he's very focused on work, and he plays a bit of footy. So I'm not too sure whether boxing's for him, but he's a very good fighter. I mean, he'll probably go 0-1 on the night when he loses to Mason Zewin. Besides that, Mason Zewin, I don't know. It will be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to who pulls out that, who just comes to play, and who just is a completely different person and just pulls out this incredible fight. I feel
like everyone there is having a crack. Like, there's more people. I thought there'd be a few people sort of quite stand-backish and
But yeah, I feel like there's, like you said, just obviously the caliber of people that they've picked. Definitely out of the blokes and definitely the girls, but the blokes seem to each of them want to have a crack, which is exciting. So,
but everyone's supportive as well. So if it's not like a boxing gym where it's not about intimidation or anything like that either.
Everyone's, I suppose, wanting to make each. Everyone sort of gives tips and tricks and stuff. When you can see, like when you're boxing, you think, all right, you're doing what you're doing, but you don't know, leaving this wide open, or you're dropping this, or you're doing that. So everyone sort of gives little bits of advice to sort of go, I can see this, I can see that, which is helping each other out. So,
and people can make mistakes there, and that's the beauty of boxing. Is if there are any, like Nigel and Glenn always had the no dickhead policy, and it's funny if someone ever did come in like a bit, I don't know, maybe a bit mouthy, a bit whatever, then Glenn and Nigel spar them, and it's good. It just brings them back throughout, because it's one of those things that you can't fake it.
There's always going to be someone bigger and better and badder, and
way better.
Yeah,
and Glenn and Nigel move very well for big boys. Nigel especially. Nigel's trimming down as well. Something's up. I think Kim's been in his ear. Nigel's looking fit nowadays. Good on you, Nigel.
Got his eyes on something.
He has. I don't know. We always talk about the coaches fight. That'll never happen.
No, I agree.
Okay, no, not sure of your opponent. What have I got under here? Anything more? No, we're coming down to the end. We've been over 2 hours, nearly 2.5 hours.
There you go.
I know.
Time flies.
Having fun. Punting hard. All right. Walkout music. I haven't got it ready. Have you got a walkout? Just cramp. I'm going to save that video, by the way.
I've got probably 3 different songs I'm tossing up.
I'm gonna predict that you've got a decent taste in music. I'll be honest. Some people, they don't have it all. Georgia Ray, there's one.
Drove by. Got a very broad range of music.
That's what I like.
I don't mind.
What have we got?
Anything. Tossing up between Bliss and Esso.
Bliss and Esso, which song?
House of Dreams. Tossing up between Lee Kernaghan and Boys in the Bush.
Oh, geez, classic. What's the
other one?
Sorry, Jared, I can't believe
Pony by Girraween for a bit of a laugh.
Genuine.
Girraween, Genuine, sorry.
Girraween. I'll have a listen to Bliss. We all know what Pony sounds like.
That'd be quite funny, but I don't want to start laughing when I walk out. But
what do we had some classics?
Song, every time this song pops up when I'm going for a run or doing...
Gets you pumped?
Yeah, always just sort of...
How far into the song?
Literally the start, yeah.
Okay, let's have a listen to this bad boy.
You could probably shave 2 seconds off, but...
Jesus, I haven't heard this song, by the way, so I'm getting into it.
Come here. This is a bit of a longer start, but yeah.
I do like a bit of an orchestral ensemble to kick it off. Is that an Aussie rapper? I'm not there yet.
Not there. They're not there yet, or you're not there?
I think honestly, music today, that's a me problem. I know I say it's everyone else's problem. They've got 4.1 million views, so that's got to be a decent song. Bliss and Esso, they're Australian, aren't they? I don't know what happened. I think about 10 years ago, I've gone, nah, I'm full. I'm full of music.
I feel like they're part of
I don't need any more.
Hilltop Hoods sort of...
Hilltop Hoods. Remember Draft?
Draft. Yeah, I feel like around that, all that sort of...
And Jimmy Ricard, that was a hit. That
got played everywhere.
It did, didn't it? They killed it. The radio stations just said, listen, we got a song here. We want everyone to love it for 5 minutes and then just despise it. So, But that's okay. As long as it gets you pumped.
I reckon that one will get me the pump the most. But then, yeah, I think Boys in the Bush by Lee Kernaghan.
Boys in the Bush.
It's a bit of a... My girls love that. Enjoy a bit of country music.
Lee Kernaghan remix. Someone remix this song.
I did not realise there was a
there's a remix. Lee Kernaghan just let me just say, I'm not into country music, but Lee Kernaghan,
he's a lad.
He's dropped some hits, this man, hasn't he? Anyone that lives any more than say 2 hours outside a major city cannot get enough of Lee Kernaghan. Let's have a listen.
Old City Musker. specimen.
He is a specimen, isn't he?
He is.
He's just like...
But again, I think I'll sort of laugh a bit if that... Not laugh. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I don't know how many times I've listened to this. How many? 2.4 million? I've probably got 400,000 of those, I reckon.
Are you from the country?
Not majorly. Oakford is the furthest out. I was born in Derby.
Derby in Australia, Derby? Okay, yeah. It's tough out there.
I don't remember much of it. He's tough, but yeah, my old man was a police officer for 16 years, so he was
really?
up there.
When did he retire? Oh, geez, a copper up there.
A while back.
He has seen some... He's Derby. Oh, let me guess. Can I just have a stab in the dark here? Most of his incidents were alcohol related up there.
I thought you were going to say something else related, but
no.
Yeah, I can guarantee 99% of them involved
alcohol.
Included alcohol. Yeah.
Jeez, when did he get out of the job?
2003.
Okay.
2002, 2003, around there, I reckon. He finished in the K9, so he was up there for. He did Meriden, Derby, heap of different. But yeah, finished down in the K9 squad down in Perth. It would have been early 2000s.
The only reason I ask is coppers in the 80s and 90s. That was classic cop. Did he have it?
That would have been fun being a cop. He had a stash.
Just intimidation, those stashes.
Yep.
That would have been the dream.
Decent tan to him as well. he tanned very easily.
That would have been the glory years of the coppers, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They got stuff done. Very little paperwork, but they got stuff done.
Yeah.
It's back when street justice was a thing.
So when I was a kid, I was would have loved to have been a cop, but then everything, I think, paperwork side of it changed.
Oh yeah.
Drastically. So
mobile phone cameras came in.
Yeah.
That changed a few things.
Doesn't help.
Do you remember back, would you have ever, like in your early teens or mid-teens, would you ever mouthed off to a copper?
No.
Never.
No.
Never. Could you imagine?
No.
First thing you'd cop, you'd definitely cop a clip, like a decent one, and then you'd go home and then you'd cop it again.
Another again, yeah.
Nowadays, those poor coppers, male and female, have got to put up with some garbage, don't they?
I don't know how they do it, to be honest.
Hats
off to them, but yeah, I don't know how.
I think just for all the police listening, I think there's still that area of Hyde Park that isn't cameraed. I'm not saying do it.
These certain trees that...
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, security cameras out. Smash! What happened here? He tripped and fell. Yeah. He tripped and fell 16 times. Yeah. I was peeling an orange and he ran around the corner into my knife 15 times. Yeah.
Poor bloke.
Coppers do a great job. All right. Jesus. We're getting there. We are getting there. This was supposed to be short. It's not. I didn't know how today was going to go because I got so little from you. Thanks for that. I thought maybe today would be a short one.
I thought it would too, but yeah.
I swear, I say, all right, and get it done in under an hour.
Ooh,
that is my goal. That is my goal. I haven't been even close. Ever.
I suppose you probably got a good chance. The more info you get, I guess, then you can go, boom, what do we want to talk about?
Yeah, but
I didn't have much info. I didn't know what you needed.
You could have told me about Bali. You could have given me a bit of a heads up with that.
I didn't think about that until you brought up Kingsley. Then I was like, oh, wait a second.
Jeez, okay. No, I think some people have given me nothing. Some people have just gone, oh, Cam Pallister. I haven't brought up, but I will. Cam Pallister. I said, you know how I say your topics and stuff? He goes, let's just freestyle it. I'm like, Cam.
That's dangerous, Cam.
That is the worst thing you could possibly say. And then I butchered his audio. Oh, my God. Shame. That's only happened once before. Jackie Toth came in and the same thing happened with our SD card. I was furious. And Jackie, I got so much time for Jackie Toth. No, I felt bad. Anyway, okay. Your nickname. Have you thought of, when I say nickname, fight name, also people, music and fight names go to Pim. They don't go to me. Please stop sending them to me. Please. Megan Brown, stop it. You've done it more than once.
Been called out as well. No nickname yet. I don't know.
What do you got? Matt Waideman. Is there anything?
Nothing
You don't
else.
have to have a nickname. Matty Cox last year didn't have a nickname. You got time.
I think I'll pick one, so I'll pick something. But yeah, I've got no idea at the moment. So if anyone's got any,
Throw them out there. Throw them in the comments section, people. And,
down below.
Down below, like and subscribe. Imagine that. Imagine me saying like and subscribe. I've never said that. Ever.
Flew off the tongue pretty
It did,
easily
didn't it?
then,
It
mate.
did. Use promo code PCR for 10% off. Not tickets to the event because that's sold out, as people keep telling me. And I said they've gone on sale
Unless
in
we
March.
upgrade the room.
I don't know what we're going to do there. That's a headache. With your nickname, as long as just think about it, because we've got to start doing the artwork in week 4, and I got to put your nickname in. And if I got to go back in and change it, then it becomes a drama. Okay, so just think of a nickname, put it out there to your mates. Some people have produced some absolute gold. Some people haven't. Some people have produced some absolute garbage over the years. Still the worst. I'll bring it up. I will bring it up. Jess Allen had the Jessinator Allen. Still the worst nickname of all time. Just saying, Jess Allen. She's a big fan of the show. She is not a fan of this show at all. Good. The feeling's mutual, Jess. Next, Aftermath. That's a long story, that one. Okay. Something that is serious. We will finish it on something a little bit serious. Is the Aftermath plans. You've got plenty to focus on pre-event, which I'm a bit worried about, but I'll let that go with the herdsman. I'll allow it.
I haven't told the coaches about that yet. So I'll keep that one quiet.
Well, Nige is the only one that probably listens to these things, so he'll know. Challenge Nige. I think, Nige is going to be a new man next week as well. I won't say why, but he is. I'm excited to see Nige as of next Monday. I'll tell you after we finish this. Remind me. But I'm so excited to see Nige next week. He is going to be a focused individual.
Oh,
I'll tell you why later. I'm not going to put it. It's not my news. It's Nigel's news to tell people. Anyway, I'll write that down so I don't forget. Aftermath plans, because there is a lull. You've experienced it where you've had all the training, all the focus, doing things like your Ironman. Once it's done, you have a bit of a come down. Now, this here, for a lot of people, this is their big event. This is their pilgrimage to Mecca. I hope I use that term right. And when it's over, it's over. And it's gone so quick. It's almost like a PCR hangover, like literally 2 hangovers. You've got the hangover because of what happened with that 7.5 hour drink package, and the fact that
and the headache hangover from the left hooks and lack of body shots.
there's so many things that are wrong with it. But just finish it in the first, mate. You don't have to worry about it. Just get on the biz. But have you got something in place to help you with that? You're going to have your hands full with... you've
definitely got a lot. And like you said, just previous events, I guess you definitely do have that come down, which you sort of can fall out of love, depending on how, obviously, your prep's gone, how the event's gone, what you wanted to achieve out of it. It's all well and good having big ambitions and huge goals, and I want to achieve this, this, and this. Doesn't always happen. So I think you sort of need to be set your standard or your goals high, but just know if you don't obviously achieve those, then it's not the end of the world. Or on the night or any event you sort of do. So it's just got to sort of go. The event will play out how it plays out. It's for a huge cause. It's not whether you get the win or the loss. It's sort of there's a lot more going on for each of the fighters stepping into that ring, their own reasons and stuff like that. So I think for me personally, just having a crack at something different. I sort of got mates who go, let's do this event or let's do that event, and I'm the first person who puts my hand up and says, let's do it. Let's just jump head first and have a crack. So excited for it, but then I've definitely got things afterwards that I'll set my sights on to try and different sort of training regimen. But yeah.
Well, that's great. It's good that you've got that in place. It is important. And maybe this is somewhere where the friendships and stuff that you're gonna have both with your team and the other team, you might have some people actually giving you a call, maybe leaning on you a little bit, because not everyone has that. And the reality sets in very, very quickly after this is finished that it is over. And you're coming down off a high that is unmatched for most people. I have the PCR hangover, and I don't drink.
Yeah,
and it does, and I fall into, and I look for what's next. I do like to have a bit of time off as well.
Yeah,
but the fact that you've got that in place is a good thing, because there are some people that do struggle.
Yeah, definitely, and especially the training. You sort of go, okay, it's been that full on, and not every session. I enjoy, but the more I train, the better I feel. You don't feel great going into every session, but you sort of just punch it out and, tick it off. But I think if you do have a bit of angst towards some of those sessions, going, I am tired, I prefer to only do 2 sessions this week rather than the 4, or you skip a few sessions leading into it. Afterwards, it's very easy to fall into that lull and sort of go, I'm just going to have a week off. And the week turns into 2, 3, and it's a couple of months gone by, and you sort of go, fuck, I was at this point fitness-wise, or health and fitness, body, whatever you're looking forward to or focusing on. So I think, for me, I always like having something down the road to sort of set my sights on, and
it's a good way to be. It's a good way to be, and I hope everyone does think about it, because people can fall in a bit of a heap afterwards. I think a lot of people keep going to counterbalance afterwards, which I think is a great thing. That's a good gym. Craig and Leone and Xavier, spot on, those 3. And I think that helps. So at an absolute minimum, I think if anyone is feeling a bit rough, I would look at heading back down to counterbalance. You'll see a lot of fighters.
Even if that's not what you want to do, just go. If you've got nothing else locked in or planned or ideas, just keep ticking something off, and then.
And the next one, I know it sounds funny, but the next one will come around quick. There are plans. They're not. I don't think they're planning to do 2 again in a year, but I think there might be plans to alter things. Maybe next year. I'm not too sure. I don't know. We'll see. But it's good times ahead. Fun times ahead.
Exciting.
It is. Oh, it's exciting, and only less than 50 days away. I'm going to get excited. All these interviews are going to be wrapped up. Hopefully on, when's the last day? Everyone who hasn't booked in, hurry up, because after. What am I looking at? Times, there we go. My last one is on the 22nd of... look who I got to finish off with. Magic Mike Walden.
Magic Mike.
He'll be pumped. I should be finished by the 23rd.
Maybe he'll be doing pony.
Nothing would surprise me with that man. He's a great guy. Have you seen how many sponsors he's got? It's about 50. My God. Of
course he does.
You can barely see his photo due to all the sponsors. No, he's a good man. What a way to finish. What a way to finish that guy. Quality individual. Well, that's about it, mate.
Appreciate it.
We have gone a while, but I've enjoyed today. That's great. Saved me going back into work. So, mate, I want to thank you very much for coming in, sharing your stories, having a laugh.
Thanks for having me.
Talking about your gambling issue. That was great.
Cut.
It was very impressive, mate. Thank you very much for coming in. I want to wish you all the best for the last 46 days, 13 hours, 39 minutes and 30 seconds. Probably be less by the time I get this up. But afterwards, definitely keep me in the loop with that herdsman thing, because I just want to come down for a look.
Well, you know where it is, so...
I know the herdsman lake is. I know the area. I don't know. I'll find it. Anyhow, I'll be there. I'll be your sport crew. I'll have 2 Theraguns. Just, you know it. Just want to see you cramp up again. Thanks for coming in, mate. Wish you all the best, and I will see you at training very soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brad.